forever, my man. Oh yes, so no, you wanna wash nana. Forever, my man. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Mama. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. In Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, I'm sinking, Udogu, Ekpa. Amorotomo, Agbada Brururu. Amorotomo, Agbada Brururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo, Bitrowe Salon. Go with the same the freedom you brought to the way for us. Urobisoko with the same Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Yeah, Simon Joko, you have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tide cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo, we appreciate you awesome. Agbada Gururu. Worry sister say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Gururu. Kelly Peter say you are so good. That is the truth. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Gururu. Ewo Urobisoko with the Sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the fool that we hate him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the Sedo. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Oh, Urobisoko with the Sedo. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Agbada Gururu. Amorotomo Agbada Gururu. Hey, Amorotomo Agbada Gururu. Urobisoko with the Sedo. Hey, Urobisoko with throw salute. Even lucky star, it is Sedo. You do well, it is Sedo. Brgie said, you do well, we salute you, we throw away salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Gururu. I am in tears of joy For your good one cannot be quantified. Oh, Amoro Tomo Agbada Guru. Ewo, Kisuko Kise.
Those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Poroku, Nijimwero Mekumu Biafra. When the Siputa, Makamwero Mekanyinaga. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo.
Oh, when the Poroku, Makamwero Wangi. Oh, when the Puruchekwa, Makamwero Wemu Biafra.
Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Ohamadike no na donjon, Mugeweki Eremeyae. Podike, Mosike, Rurajobalike. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon Ekpa, a point to smooth to straight Gabani Runaibu. They brother and down from my Ebudo. Oh, Guinea. Master Simon Ekpa, a mesu Okwere, Onyendu. Iye Jamalike, Imapa Simon Ekpa Wujie. Iye Jamalike, Simon Ekpa Watakatabo. Ojuda Kwenyi, Mwiwere Onyendu Kine Betata. I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. Never look back. I will follow you. Prime Minister Veroni. Aniga Wanuga. I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Ogwe Bucharangwe, Master Simon Ekpa, or Guinea.
Master Simon Ekpa, Biko, GC, Kaka, Nobu, Atakata, Kaina, Ojuda, Uwe, Kwipolonyendu, Kine, Menata. I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back, I will follow you. Prime Minister Veroni, Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you. Oh, Madike Biafra, Dahi Moroga Biarole. Iye Jamadike, Biafra Republic Government Awutie. Iye Jamadike, Commander General Lewejiri. General Mutuso, Suna Atakata War. Commander Holy Ghost. Maka Biafra, we're putara anyị onye ndu Simon Ekpa
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day Chukwabiama whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program this morning, wherever you are connecting from. If you are connecting us from TikTok, I welcome you. Please like the program and share on your platform. If you are joining us from Facebook, equally like the program and share to your platform, family and friends. Share to everyone that you can reach so they can join you. I welcome everyone that has connected from David Harbour channel, which is where I'm hosting this program. Wherever you are watching us from, I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. And once again, I say a very happy weekend to everyone that is watching. I wish you a happy weekend as you join us on today's program. We thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama for making it possible for us to see today. we will continue to praise his name. For those who are coming across this platform for the very first time, or those who will come across it for the very first time, this platform is a platform that is under the Biafra government. A platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nandika. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack individuals, organizations, or people. We do not come here to attack anyone, anywhere. What we are doing is to preach the gospel of Biafra for everyone to get the message. And we will continue to preach this message until the whole world hears us. We will never stop preaching the gospel of Biafra. We will continue to preach that gospel no matter what the enemies are doing. In this platform, we do not come here to attack any race, any religion, or any tribe. We are not here to push propaganda or blackmail. Our main purpose of having this platform is to educate Biafrans and the people of the world about what is going on in Biafran territory. It is we that are Biafrans that will tell you the story of what is happening in Biafra side and tell you the right thing that is happening, not any other person. We will not allow people to tell our story. We, the Biafran people, will tell the story of what is going on in our land. Likewise, any other person from any region, any tribe, any race or religion, if you have a problem in your area, it is your duty to speak up about your problem. Do not come and tell me, is it only Biafrans that are suffering? Is it only Biafrans that are marginalized? Is it only Biafrans that are facing trial? I don't care, even if the whole world is marginalized. It is your duty to speak up if you feel so. If you decide not to talk about your problem, it is also your business. I wouldn't force you. But you should not attack me because I'm talking about something that is happening in my territory. Speak about your own region and your territory. Tell the world what is happening. Stop wasting your time hating and attacking people who has nothing to do with you. In this platform, what we do is to educate the world about the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafran people. The war that they have declared against Biafrans, and they continue to hide it. No international media is reporting it. No conventional media is reporting it. They declared it in the open and they pretend it's not happening. My responsibility here is to tell the world exactly what is going on in Biafran territory. And when we continue to do so, until Biafra exists this Zoological Republic. You can get angry for all I care. You can continue to occupy yourself with envy and jealousy and greed. That is none of my business. My business is Biafra. My business is the freedom of the Biafran people, and that is where I am focused. And you feel that Biafra is a threat to you, I am sorry. You are going to see more threat. If you feel that Biafra is a threat to you, you are going to see much more than you have seen. Very, very soon. Not in a very short time, you're going to see it. Everyone that is from that contraption called Nigeria, the best thing you can do for yourself today is to focus on your own problem. We, the Biafran people, have identified our problem. And we also identify the solution. And because we have identified the solution, that is when we are pursuing the solution to see that that problem is solved. We are pursuing the solution unapologetically, and we will continue to do so. Every morning I come here to speak about this condition of Biafrans and what they are facing. And I will continue to do so until we are free. This section of our morning program is always an interactive section. You can feel free to join me on stage if you wish to. There is a link on the comment section for those who are watching me from David Harbour channel on YouTube. If you are watching from David Harbour channel on YouTube, click the link and join me on stage if you have a point to make. The only thing that qualifies you to join me on this platform is to be a human being. Whether you agree with Biafra or not, whether you have a different ideology or not, no matter your tribe, your religion, or whatever, it doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is the freedom of the people. What matters to us is humanity. What matters to us is the freedom of the Africans. And that is what the Biafrans are pursuing. If you are an enemy of freedom, even your own freedom, you can be an enemy to your own freedom. We can't help you. Good luck. That's all I can tell you. But for us, the Biafrans, we have made our choice that we will get out of that contraption called Nigeria, which was never meant to be a country, a company established by the British for commerce and nothing else. And when they were leaving, they handed over the business to the Caliphate. And today, the Fulani Caliphate is trying everything humanly possible to make that very territory their own and their home, even when they have nothing to do with it. These are a bunch of strangers from the Futajalo. They want to dominate and take over the indigenous people with the support of the British. They almost succeeded. If not for the Biafran people, that is why I say every indigenous tribe is supposed to be appreciating Biafrans. Forget about your envy and jealousy. Forget about your hatred. Forget about your fear of the unknown. Face the truth. For only the truth will set you free. Feel free to join me if you wish to. And when you want to join on this platform, make sure you appear decent. Compose yourself, dress properly. You can't appear in the platform naked. And when you are speaking on this platform, make sure you present your case in a very civil manner. The whole world is watching. Children are watching. The Biafran government is watching. Our Prime Minister is watching. Whatever case you bring on this very platform, whatever contribution you make, whatever prayer you say, will be heard by the appropriate authority and the actions will be taken. My fellow Biafrans, we have come once again. It is weekend, a day that people are supposed to be resting. But we, the Biafran people who know what is ahead of us, we don't rest. Not even on weekend, as you know. Every weekend, Biafrans come together to raise funds for their freedom. Every weekend, by 8 p.m. Biafran time, there is fundraising, and Biafrans are turning up in numbers. If you have not started being part of that very fundraising, you better start. Stop counting yourself out. If you have not started being part of the fundraising, start it now. And by the way, the support to the fundraising is 24/7, 247. You can make your donation online. Anytime Chukwu will come and bless you and touch your heart, you go to that link, click that link, look for the flyer, make sure it is the right link, and then make your donations. You are going to get your receipt automatically as you donate. And on the day of fundraising like today, you can come and announce it if you choose to. The sponsorship of the restoration of Biafra is not done by any organization or government. The government of Biafra, which is you and I, the Biafran people, are the ones sponsoring it, and we have made tremendous progress, and we will continue to make progress. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome you. I say happy weekend once again. And I want to welcome everyone that have joined individually because I appreciate you. Without you, I cannot be here. I welcome my beloved brother Acho, Jack Acho. Thank you so much for Jack Acho. You are always here supporting and following up on all my programs. I welcome my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. Please, if you're not following Linda TV Show, make sure you follow her platform. She is one of the persons that is bringing update about Biafra 247. Information about Biafra coming from different directions. Unlike my channel, where I am the only one speaking. In her channel, you are going to see content from different people, from different sources. You will have diverse ideas and ideology and words from Biafrans, and I bet you will enjoy it. Make sure you follow Leader TV Show in her platform. Very important. My brother Koroma Gale, thank you so much for joining. Koroma Gale, I appreciate you. I thank you for being part of this very program today. As always, you have never been found wanting. You are always there with me. I appreciate you, my beloved brother Koroma Gale. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Chides Aham, I welcome you, Chides. Thank you for joining, Chides. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining, Chides. I welcome you to this program, Chides. Thank you for joining. And I welcome my brother Solomon Mwafo. Thank you for joining, Solomon Mwafo. Thank you for joining, Solomon. Obodo Oma, thank you for joining, Obodo Oma. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining. Linus Amuta, thank you for joining. Aoke Okereke, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Linus Amuta, Aoke Okereke, thank you for joining. Frank Iwunze, thank you for joining, my beloved brother Frank Iwunze. Thank you so much for joining. Mora Felix, thank you for joining, Mora Felix. Thank you for joining. My Toy, thank you so much for joining. I can see you on TikTok. Thank you for liking and helping to share the program. I appreciate you, My Toy. Thank you so much for joining the program. Philip Mwagod, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the program. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Those who are watching me from Facebook, I also welcome you. I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. Stay blessed. Thank you so much. My fellow Biafrans, on this day program, it is weekend. And we will do what we know how to do best. As I have always said, our only purpose on this very platform is to spread the gospel of peace, the gospel of freedom. The Biafran people, who are the people from the old southeastern region of Nigeria, have suffered for too long. The atrocities and genocide against the Biafrans has been for too long, and nobody seems to be talking about it. It is time for us to take action and do what we have to do. The Biafran people have protested. They have written petitions. They have complained. They have cried, and nobody seems to pay attention until we have gotten to a stage where we can no longer cry or complain. We have come to a stage where we can only speak and talk about the situation in our land. We have come to a time where we have to take our fate in our own hand. It is no longer to complain. The stage we are today is clear before the whole world, before men and women, wherever you are. I want you to understand that the restoration of independent state of Biafra is going to happen. If you are a Biafran, position yourself and embrace it. If you are not a Biafran, begin to digest it and understand it, that nothing can stop it. And I want to tell you that Biafra is not a threat to any human being on earth. The pursuit of the restoration of Biafra is to have sanity in that contraption called Nigeria. It's for every region to grow in their own space at their own speed, be whom they have to be, have a healthy competition among themselves instead of envy and jealousy. every well-meaning person in that very contraption should support Biafra for your own interest. But I want you to know that whether you support it or not, we have gone too far to go back, and you can't stop what is coming. From the 29th of this month till 3rd of December is going to be a special moment to cement everything we have been doing for the past almost 15 years or more. It will be cemented and documented. It will have a legal form document that you can be able to present in any organization or in any place to defend the move of Biafra and the will of the Biafran people. For a long time, it has been only evangelism, creating awareness and talking. We have created enough awareness. It is time to put word into action. And it's going to commence from the 29th of this month. Biafrans will assemble in Lahti, Finland. Not just Biafrans. People are going to come from all parts of the world. Important personalities. Organizations are going to send representatives. International media are going to be present, and you're going to see how far the government of Biafra have gone. In that convention, on the 2nd, the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will be made. After that declaration, it will never be the same again. Biafra will begin to pursue and look forward to recognition from other countries of the world. The recognition of Biafra might take some time. Only Chukwu Gabema knows. It might take a little time. But as soon as the recognition begins to come, while we begin to do what we're supposed to do, I bet you it will be clear, even to the deaf and dumb, that we are good to go. Because our government have proven how capable they are. The government of Biafra have proven that they can be able to handle themselves. And most importantly, the government has the mandate of the people. This was the mandate that Mazen Nandekano spoke about, cried about, and talked about, and said that before anything will be done, that we are going to get the mandate from the people. Today, that mandate has come. More than 50 million people today have voted, and they said that the government of Biafra should go ahead and exit Biafra from Nigeria. And based on this very mandate that was given to the Biafran people, to the Prime Minister, by the Biafran people, more than 50 million. If you want to stop the Biafran government, you must have to provide more than 50 million votes. If you want to stop the Biafran government, or you want to stop the Prime Minister, you must provide more than 50 million votes, just as he had done. And meanwhile, we are waiting for the final result during this convention, which by the special grace of Chukwu Kabia, we will be seeing up to 60 million Biafrans voting. Whatever be the case, whoever thinks that he can stand on the way of Biafra or put an argument to stop us from moving out of the zoo must provide more than that vote. And if you feel that the referendum we conducted is not sound, you don't accept it, conduct yours and don't waste time about it, because you can't stop what is coming. I appreciate everyone that is paying attention from all corners and all angles. I want you to know that the time is near and we will surely go home. Sammy B, you're welcome. I can see you, Sammy B. Sammy B, let's hear from you. Speak to Biafrans. Let Biafran people hear from you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Sammy.
I thank every one of you for all the good work you are doing. You know, I've been following you ever since you started your program. I was the one that one day that did not dress well, and you started making comments that everybody that want to come on board must dress well. I was the one.
Okay, Sammy.
Yes, and since that day I've been trying to come up. but the network has been kicking me off. Brother, see, this journey is a very good journey. Those who think that we cannot do it, we must do it. Now it has come to the point that people are turning around. Every one of them are turning around now. But secretly, if I tell you what is happening in this Abuja here that I am, you will know that things are going wrong inside them. So, but let's continue. By December 22nd, they must know that yes, there is somebody like someone that was supposed to have come the earlier than now. My brother, thank you for the good work you are doing. Help me greet Adade Orama, greet Vision 555, Ugo, and Akparawa, and every one of them. Help me greet every one of them. I'm hailing every one of them for the good work you are doing. Thank you very much. Keep on. Airborne, my brother.
Airborne. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. That is the spirit. That is the spirit. I appreciate you, my beloved brother. I appreciate you. We will never give up. We have gone too far to go back.
Yes.
Our supreme leader said it clearly. He said we have crossed the Rubicon. I say, if our supreme leader could say that as far back as when he said it many years ago, how much more now? Now that we have the picture of Biafra in our hands. Now we can feel the breeze and we can feel it heavy. Now that we are everywhere, including Washington, D.C., we are there and we are making waves. Why will anybody look back? We have gone too far for anybody to be a distraction. That is the joy I have today. And most of the joy every Biafran must be having today is that there is nothing in the Biafran government that is done in a secret. Everything that is being done is what we all are doing together. That is why every step that our Prime Minister takes, he will come and announce it and the whole world will see it. There is nothing we do and we deny. There is nothing we do and they say this one is a special secret that people don't know. Biafra is not a secret cult. Biafra is a nation that we stand and compete with other nations of the world. That is why every single step that the Prime Minister takes, he will come and announce it and tell us, and we will know what he has done and what he's doing. If you are a Biafran and you have made it this far, you need to be proud of yourself. Every Biafran that have made it up to this time, you must be proud of yourself. You must be very, very proud of yourself because we have gotten to the level where the whole world is now talking about Biafra. The whole world is now speaking about Biafra. It is no longer a time when people come and they talk down on Biafra. There was a time when they called us miscreant. There was a time when they say we are online country. There's no kind of name they didn't give us, but we didn't look back. We didn't bother. We continue to pursue the restoration of Biafra. We remain consistent and continue to focus until we got to where we are today. My fellow Biafrans, every one of us, we need to be proud of what we are doing. Each and every one of us, it is because of our contributions that we have made it this far. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, could not be able to do it alone. He alone cannot do it. Mazi Simon cannot do it alone either. And that was why he was calling for help, crying. Mazi Simon was literally crying online. He cried and cried until he began to ask for at least 100 men. Mazi Simon was interviewed. He said, since he began the struggle, he has not seen up to 2 people who are ready. Could you imagine? With the population of Biafra, he had not seen up to 2 people. And when he was making this statement, there are people scattered everywhere claiming to be IPOB this, IPOB that. Some say they are coordinators, some say they are DOS. Many of them surrounded him. And Mazi Simon was making that comment. That he has not seen up to 2 who are ready to move for this journey. And if you watch that very broadcast, he was literally crying. And he said he need only 2. Mazi Simon was almost crying. He said, I am tired of broadcasting. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my nation. The program is still out there. He said, I'm tired. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of broadcasting. I want to go out and fight for my nation. And while he was saying that, Chukwu raised soldiers from east, from west, from north, from south of Biafra. Every one of them came out. Today, you can see the new dimension that Mazin Namdekan prophesied under our Prime Minister Mazin Samaneba. The issue of Biafra has left, it has left the social media. The issue of Biafra today is on the ground. And it is not this one they say that it's not in secret, in the open. Every member of the congressmen that we contacted, their picture is out there, their video is out there, their address is there. You can contact them and you confirm. As we speak today, the Biafran Charter is in Washington, D.C., almost in the hand of every lawmaker in the U.S. And with the presence of Trump, all hell is break loose. The zoo, they have begun to, the kind of fear that is gripping them with the presence of Donald Trump. Immediately, Donald Trump was announced to have won. The first statement, they would, instead of congratulating him, they were telling him to distance himself from Simon Ekpa. That is to show you how important and how far our promises have gone. The evangelism have gotten to the root. It has gotten to the highest level. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop it. The message has penetrated to the highest level. And you see them crying. And our promises have said it, that they should embrace themselves for what is coming. That what is coming recently, they should be the kind of news they will be hearing, the kind of updates Biafra will be provided. They should embrace themselves for heart attack. For those ones who say Biafra will not come through our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and the ones who say Biafra will not come, and those who are scared, they should go and begin to prepare themselves, because the heart attack is going to really take up. It will take most of them out. Those of them who say over their dead body will Biafra come. The heart attack that will come from Biafra is going to send them to their early grave. And I have no apology to anybody who have chosen that path. Whatever you choose, any path you choose for yourself, you will face the consequence of your action. If you do good, you do yourself. You do bad, you do yourself. The pursuit of Biafra, as I have always said, is not against any individual. It's not against any race. It's not against any religion. We are standing for our freedom. When you make yourself an instrument against us, no matter your tribe or your religion, we will come against you and we will come after you. We know whom we are. The Biafran people, we know whom we are and we know what we practice in our area. You cannot force us into something we never signed up for. Some of the people in that school are living in denial, living in lies and pretense. And the Biafrans have really waited for a long time for them to have a change of heart. Every single one of them, from their imam to their pastors to their reverend to their bishop and politicians, every one of them living in denial. They cannot stand up and speak the truth. But for the Biafran people, we have decided to embrace the truth and pursue it and bring it to reality for everyone to see. The exit of Biafra is something that no man is going to stop. And it is for the good of the Biafran people. We must exit, whether they like it or they do not like it. As we are going forward, those of them who are making themselves an agent of distraction, Biafrans, you must not be distracted. You must be focused. Biafra is now going global. Biafra is going global, and the whole world is now talking and celebrating Biafra. Yesterday, Biafra team went for football match yesterday. They went for football match yesterday, and many of us saw it. Finally, the Biafran people have been represented, and it can no longer be business as usual. We are now taking Biafra to a different level. Everything you are seeing today is all to promote Biafra and to make our voice heard across the world. It is not about the score of the game. It is not about winning or losing, but it is about the presence of Biafra, the recognition of Biafra. Today, Biafran governments have done a great job making sure that Biafra is represented in an international level. Biafra has been able to set up a national team to play for Biafra, and it will only get better. For the very first time, Biafra is represented in under 19 World Tournament, and it will go on from there onwards. Very soon, you're going to see Biafra in under 21. They're going to play. The most important thing is the representation, to show the world the legitimacy of Biafra and how prepared we are. You know, it is not just enough to say you want a country. You have to prove to the world that you can be able to manage a country. And I bet you, under the government of Biafra, the government under our Prime Minister Ekpa, Biafran government have proved that they can be able to manage a country. They can be able to make things happen. And we will continue to do this and make sure that our voice is heard across the world. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, it is so sad when you see some people who project themselves as Christians in that contraption called Nigeria. So many people who project themselves as Christians. But at the end of the day, when you look at them and think of what they can offer, there is nothing they can offer. People who claim to be Christians, I don't know when Christianity becomes stupidity. Christianity is not Christian, it's stupidity. I am a Christian myself. I practice Christian religion. Our Prime Minister is a Christian. But we are not those kind of Christians who do not know their left and right, who fight against themselves, who stand against what they claim to believe in. When we talked about the Islamization of Nigeria, Mazin Nandekano talked about it. They said it's not possible. They said it's not possible, it's not going to happen. They ignored it. They refused to talk about it. Until when we got to a stage that we have gotten today. When they say they're going to have the president and the vice president from the same religion in a secular place, they said it's not possible, it's not going to happen. It happened. It happened before your own very eyes. It happened, and nothing was done. And today, before your own very eyes, a move have been made in the House of Assembly to expand the Sharia law to all parts of Nigeria. The move was made. And when that move was made, all these people that call themselves general overseers, answering big names, what did they do? Nothing. They did nothing. They did nothing. I was expecting that that very move they made in the House of Assembly will cause an uproar. It will make people to begin to speak on various platforms. The only platforms you can see speaking about that issue is still the Biafran platform. It's for the Biafran people who were still busy complaining and talking about that. I hope the whole world is watching. We are not the same with these people. And we must exit the zoo, whether they like it or they don't. We will exit the zoo. This is a picture that our Prime Minister posted. It says, the Islamic preacher in Christ He is very fine with the killing of Christians in Nigeria, and he is following up with prayers after drinking tea with Jesus. He couldn't even stand a Christian president. Do background check before falling for Afonja pastors. Exactly. Sometimes I wonder where these people are coming from. People who claim to be Christians, but they never support anything that has to do with Christianity. They don't. They claim to be Christian, but they play allegiance to the opposite religion. They use them to beat you down and tell you not to protest or contest. But when it has to do with their own fellow Christians, they fight it and fight it openly. It is sad. But because of this kind of evil men, we have to beware. We have to beware. And I tell everyone that cares to know, Christianity is not stupidity. Christianity is not stupidity and will never be. So many of us in this struggle today are Christians. We have family members. Those who are not Christians have family members who are Christians. We have traditional religion. Those who are traditionalists are there. We have the Jewish religion also, they are there. And this is whom we are. But in all, wherever you find yourself, either in traditional religion, in Christianity, or in Jewish religion, you must be able to know your rights and stand up for what is right. There are certain battles you must fight for yourself. You don't wait for somebody to come and fight. You must fight those battles. It is your responsibility. And I hope every one of us have learned and learned in a better form. In 2024, November, if you have not yet waken up, you will never wake up again. I'm sorry. Just go to sleep. When we get to Biafra, we'll wake you. If you have not waken up till now, no problem. Just be calm. When we get to Biafra, we'll wake you up. As our Prime Minister used to say, that some of them, even while we are in Biafra, some of them will still be in Nigeria, talking about Nigeria. Even while we have existed, some of them will still be regarding themselves as Nigerians. It is going to happen, as it is happening today. You're welcome, my beloved sister Chichi. Thank you so much for joining. Go ahead, my beloved sister Chichi. Speak to us. Let's hear you once again. You're welcome. Happy weekend. Are you there, Chichi? Is Chichi there? I think she's busy. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must not allow anything or anybody to distract us, because we have come a very long way. And the only thing that should be on our hearts today and our mind should be our freedom. The freedom of the Biafran people should be the only thing in our hearts and nothing else. We must not allow anybody to distract us. We must not allow anybody to deceive us. We must not allow anybody to bring any confusion in our midst. The Biafran government have proved that they are equal to the task. The Biafran government have proved their effectiveness and readiness to lead Biafra to the next level. The Biafran government have proven that they are good to go. That is why, as we are fighting for our freedom, we are also busy putting things in place and keeping our people busy, establishing very important areas that have to be established, and also taking Biafra to the next level. And that will continue until we get to Biafra land where we rightfully belong. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Obstacles and temptations might come. Propaganda will increase. But in the midst of it all, always remember that there is light shining bright at the end of the tunnel. You're welcome, my brother Chukuma Solomon. Thank you for joining. Chichi, I think, are you there, Chichi? Is Chichi there?
Yes. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome, Chichi.
Good morning, Biafran.
Good morning. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak to us. Happy weekend.
In this, I don't have any platform to speak to my people. This is where I have to speak this morning. My conversation will go a little bit different for what you are saying. I hope I'm free to go.
You're welcome. Just speak a little bit louder. Speak a little bit louder so that we can hear you. Go ahead.
Eji m ehoro a na-akpọ ụmụnna anyị ndị Igbo bi na Lagos. Enwere ndị be anyị bi na Lagos. A na-agwa ha okwu Biafra ọnwere onwe. Ọ dị nnọọ ka onweghị ọzọ ka a na-agwa ha. Eji m ohoro a na-agwa ndị be anyị Lagos. Ama m ihe m ji okwu Igbo na-ekwu ya. Onye ọbụla nọ ga-na-ege m ntị ibi na Lagos. Gbaa mbọ na-agwa ndị be anyị ndị Igbo bi na Lagos ha saa anya mmiri. Ha emepe anya ha na nwụrụ ọnwa a na-ekwu ọkwa ihe a ga-eji na-eti egwuregwu. Ha emepe anya lee ihe na-eme ha na that place agbụrụ Lagos. Mgbe onye iberibe kpọrọ Peter Obi ọsọ nwere Lagos egwu ndị be anyị na Lagos. Eze ndị Igbo na kirikiri ruo ugbu a Peter Obi ekwubeghị okwu maka ya. Agwa ndị be anyị na Lagos ngwa tike aka ka anyị mee sit at home. Ha ma na Lagos nwere ike iwere mbọsị ha nwere ike ime sit at home. Agwa ndị a ụmụ anyị nwa na-enye ha anya ndị be anyị na Lagos adị nnọọ ka asọ ha mee ihe na-adịghị mma. Ugbu a enwere onyonyo m hụrụ ebe ndị ofe mmanụ si na ha chọrọ inweto onye ọchịchị n'okpuru ndị na-achị na ahịa Alaba. Ụlọ ihe na-ete ahụ onye ntụtụ ka m bịa ebe a bịa gwa ndị be anyị na-ama anụ ntị ndị be anyị na mmiri ji na-agba ha anya. Oge adọrọ ọchịchị ahụ egbu ndị be anyị emebisiri ụlọ ndị be anyị ihe niile ma ahịa ha gbara ha ọkụ. Ndị be anyị ka na-egbu anyị. Enwe ndị nwụrụ onwe a na-agwụ ka na-emerụ na ntị. Mkpagbu a na-akpagbu ndị be anyị na ofe mmanụ ebe ahụ. Oge orube mgbe ha ga-ebilite si ihe a ezigo. Oge orube ndị be anyị ga-ebilite oge ezigo. Ekwe maka ihe niile ndị a na-eme ekwe ndị ka na-azụ mmiri na-awụju aja ebe ha ga-arụ ya ụlọ elu. Eji m ohere a na-agwa ndị be anyị bi na ebe ahụ si ha saa anya mmiri. Ndị a ibi n'ala ha ahụkwaghị n'anya ndị akpọrọ gị ụgwọ. Ọwụ nna ha mere ihe eji were enye ụmụ anyị nri ha ga-enwuchia. Anyị ga-ebe a anyị saa ahụ data anyị na obi nna anyị ndị Igbo bi na sọọ n'anya mmiri. Ndị bi na saa n'anya mmiri. Mmiri gaghị eri mmiri a na-eri ya ize. Eji m ohere na-adọ n'aka na ntị ndị mba anyị bi na Lagos saa n'anya mmiri. Agwa m na ahịa ndị Igbo na-azụ ugbu a na-eweta atụmatụ ka eweta onye ofe mmanụ iwu onye ọchịchị n'okpuru ahịa ahụ. Ahụrụ m onyonyo ahụ taa. Sọ ihe m ka m dị ohere a wee doo ndị be anyị ọdụ ha saa anya mmiri. Ha emepe anya ha eburu ihe a na-ere ma a na-aba anyị hapụrụ ndị a ha na nwanne ha bụ ndị Fulani ka ha mere ndị a ndị ebe na Fulani ekwuola aka ebe imekwa ihe ịwa ụta. Bilienu tinye aka na nwụrụ onwe anyị ka anyị nwụrụ onwe anyị hapụrụ ha Naijiria ha ka ha rie Naijiria ụtọ ọbụla chọrọ. Ọhịa ncheta m dalụkwa amụ.
Thank you, my sister. Ibanika no imena okwu amaka. Okwu amaka okwu anyị na-ekwukita okwu ekwuoro. Ekwugo etie ka mkpu gụọ ya ka egwu enweghị ụdị esibeghị ekwu ka amara ndị mmadụ ha ya ghọta. Ọtụtụ n'ime ha ka chọrọ na ha feel nọ egwuregwu ka a na-egwuri. Ọtụ mmiri a na-elu dịka isi egwu ọ ya ama onye ọbụla na-ekwete ha mmiri a ya ama ya ọ machasie ya ka mmasị ka ọ yesi wee survive oke n'echi ọ survive kwa nọdụ ya n'isi because o tere a na-eti mkpu a Maazị Nnamdị Kanụ bido na-eti mkpu a n'oge mbụ Maazị Nnamdị Kanụ bido na-eti mkpu a na-etie o tikata mkpu a yọkata wee gwazie fa na ị na-anata isikwa na ị ha anata ebe ọ na ịnọ kwadobe ka ị defend onwe gị kwadobe ebe ọ na ịnọ ebe ife na ị ha anata kwadobe mmiri a na-elu ọkwara ọ ya ezorere ọ na-ịga ntị ihe ahụ nwanne anyị nwaanyị na-egbu o tegwo ha na-agba izuzu ọkwa n'ife ka ha gbagoro izuzu na ha na-agba ọ na-apụtakwa a na-agwọ ndị be anyị na-agwa fada ha n'ife oge Ikemba dị ndụ Ikemba so wee na-awụ ọnụ Ikemba na-awụ ọnụ so onye ọbụla buru ụba ya natawa n'Igbo anyị nwere anabara ụba ebe ihe eme ife ịchọrọ ime anyị nwere ebe a na-azụ afịa isigodo na ihe azụ afịa na mba ọzọ ị na-azụ afịa gị were ya head office dowe na be anyị mee ka be anyị ụrụ head office iji rụ ya head office ebe ị na-adọ ngwa ọrụ gị na-ere ma ife ị na-eme mee head office gị were sampụl idowe n'obodo ọzọ ebe ahụ idowe sampụl rentụrụ ụlọ ka ibe gị si erentụ ụlọ ị nọrọ na-eme biznes ị na-eme mgbọchi ọnụ ya oseti asị gị na ba mee gịnị ikoro akpa gị ị hapụrụ ife ya hapụ naanị biznes unu na be anyị ọnwụ ndị mma ife na ọ ya bụ imepe ya branch mepezi ya branch ezora place ndị ga na-azụ aka na-abịa azụ ya customers bịa onye chọọ ya nkwọntọm kịta mmadụ na be ya azụ afịa kịta bụrụzi oge a na-eme asị na iwu ya nọ n'ime afịa ọ bụrụ iwu ya nọ n'ime afịa azụ afịa ọ no matter the village ebe ị nọ people na-azụ eme business online kịta na-enweta ezigbo ego a na-akpọ afara wee na ịdị na-ere ntị shop na-eme ife na-awụ ife ochie ọ ife mgbe ochie ya wụrụ nke kịta ama na ọ dị very risky na obodo a na-akpọ Naijiria onye ọbụla dị suppose ịma ka esi eme ị na-azụ afịa gị ọgwụgwọ na iwu ya na shop obere shop ị ya nọ n'ime ihe as your head office na-eme contact ị na-eme ngwa afịa gị niile na ọ na-ala Igbo any place ị nọ n'ụwa ị na-azụ afịa gị na-azụsi ike enwe ndị nọ na China ha nọ na one room na China na-azụ afịa na-ese ndị across the whole world afịa ị na-eme ọda ị na nna anyị na-eme ọda onye ahụ ị na-eme ọda n'aka afịa na biznes ya na China ime ebe ọ nọ onye ahụ ị na-anaba anyị mee ọda ese ndara gị mgbe afịa kwụnye ụgwọ so ime ha na-emenwe ihe ha na be anyị ị ka emenwe ụdị ife ahụ na be anyị na ọ na be anyị mepe your business nọrọ na be gị even nọ na be nna gị nọrọ na be nna gị ife ị na-edoro wuchara netwọk ama m na netwọk Naijiria netwọk Zoom wụrụ nsogbu ka ọ bụ netwọk Zoom nsogbu but still na ka enwe ka esi eme nweta netwọk nweta your laptop with your phone na be nna gị ya na be nna gị na-eme business na-eshift afịa gị ngwa afịa gị na be nna gị na-eresi afịa ike on daily basis otu eji abalị ị na-ere afịa na-azụ afịa gị kịta ha na-achọzi ifugoro ịnụgodo ka nwanne anyị nwaanyị si ugwu ha na-achọ ka ha werezie ndị ofe mmadụ wee mere gị chairman n'ime afịa ụna na-arụ ụfa kpuchisịa na gota niile nọ na swamp niile nọ na Lagos kpuchisie ụna abụrụzie wrong. I pray that we wake up before it is too late. My beloved brother Chukuma Solomon, thank you so much for joining. Chukuma, are you there?
Yes, my brother, I'm with you. Good morning from my side here.
You're welcome, my brother Chukuma. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, my brother. I can actually know you donor of our life, who always protect us, who always be with us, who always strengthen this movement, making sure that what we are doing is going accordingly. I appreciate him in the life of our leader, Mazen Nandekano, and I appreciate him in the life of our PM, and I appreciate him in the life of all the Biafra citizens. And I appreciate all the lovers of freedom. And appreciating all those that are supporting, encouraging us, giving us ideas, directing us in a rightful way, making sure that this movement is top notch. I continue to appreciate you in the life of our social media people and all the men that are on ground, making sure that we sleep with 2 eyes closed and they are tireless, working hard, making sure that the enemy that are trying to invade our land will get it hot. So may Chukwu come up with me and they continue to receive all the glory and honor for the great thing and mighty things we continue to do in our life for now and forever.
You see?
My brother, I am so grateful to be with you this morning. And my people, the time is fast ticking and our freedom is very close. Just fractions of days, some fractions of days, everything will be over. What are you still waiting for? I was with you people yesterday when you did a meeting with the committee of Biafra Liberation committee. I was with you people yesterday. A lot of people said marvelous things and continue to encourage our people. And similar thing, our sister said it here too. What are you still waiting for? Are you going to wait when the tsunami will come and carry you? Or are you waiting for the enemy to tell you that you are not among us, you are not part of us? Why can't you join your people? It is very, very unfortunate that after all the warning, signs, and what is still happening and is still going to happen more, that some people will still believe that they are part of Nigeria. Most certainly, are people that are doing business in other parts of the zoo. It's very, very unfortunate to them. But I have no sorry, I have no pity to them. Because after all, many are called, but few are choosing. Now, I encourage those that are choosing to continue in the right side. Continue in the right side of this freedom. We are very close. We are there. So, anyone that decided to stay behind, that one, let for him. But I want to let the zoo know that if they can remember before, Egypt was the world power. We civilized then because of children of Chukwu Kabiama was with them, being Israel. They were there, dealing with Egypt, making sure that things are working because of their businesses they are doing over there. But the time comes, Chukwu Kabiama say, enough is enough, my people will go. After they have might pass through a lot of evil, torture, even dying them. Chukwu Kabiama say, enough is enough, my people to go. And they go. Where is Egypt today? You see? So the zoo that are thinking that dealing with the Biafran people, those stubborn ones that they don't want to hear, they're thinking that dealing with them will stop or pull us to do extraordinary things. No. Our eyes focus on the rising sun. That is freedom. And by the time Biafra put out like Exodus, I will not know who and who again. I will not know the kind of faith they will use to come and do business with us. Because, the only thing that drives away human being for his fellow human being is evil. Evil. When you remember the evil you did to your fellow human being, the person that you are about to do something with, your conscience will be judging you. You will not like to come close to that person. Rather, you go indirect. But if you do your fellow human being good, next time to come, you will be free because you don't have any grudge or hatred in your heart against her. So let them continue. And for those that are feel adamant, strong head, I wish them good luck. And those that are still on the right side of this movement, I encourage and pray to Chukwu Kema that people should continue. Now we needed money. Most important thing, because our discussion yesterday was money. This freedom, these things we are fighting today need money. Without money, cannot do it. Although people care about my it, but it's our own responsibility. Because that they have granted us freedom does not mean they give it to us like that. We fight for it. We invest our money. We invest our time. We put our life on it. It's worthy to appreciate. It's worthy to preserve. So we put our life on it. And many people are doing so. So, and for those that are yet to bring their money, I encourage you people to do so. Don't continue sitting on the fence. We have seen the freedom. That thing that our forefathers fight for is about to come to an end. So, my dear, please do well. Please, I encourage you in the name of Biafra. Please, I plead with the name of Biafra that you should not abandon your people. Support the Republic government in exile. They mean good for each and every one of us. Thank you all, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Chukwuma Solomon. Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. And we will continue to talk, whether they like to hear or they don't. As in Afweku, they work, but they matter. So for us, we will continue to speak. Once we see something that is, we will continue to speak about it. Whether they like to hear or not, it is left for them.
Yes.
The warning to our people,
yes,
in who are living in Lagos and living in the north has been coming from the time of our Sudamas and Nandikan. We know that there are some of them who do not want to support Biafra because of their own selfish interest. Because of what they think they are gaining in the zoo. Some of them, because of the business they have in the zoo, they are scared. And I don't know what brought that kind of mentality into them. Some of them feel that when Biafra come, they're going to lose their businesses, they're going to lose this. You are insane. We are in 2024. This is not 1967. There are laws that is guiding the world. There are international law that must be obeyed, whether you like it or not. There are African laws, the human rights laws you must obey in Africa. And if Biafra decide to get away from Nigeria and when they go out, we are still going to be one of the West African states. Biafra is still going to be one of the West African states. And the West African states, members of the states have the right to do business among each other and walk around the area. So I don't know where they are getting this belief that when Biafra exits the zoo, that you're going to lose your property. And this is the threat that the unlearned people who are not learned, are threatening you, and you're getting afraid. I could remember there was a time our Prime Minister announced and told me the only thing you have to do is to make sure that every property you have in Nigeria has a legal document. If you do not have a document for your property, you are going to lose it. But every property you have in the zoo or business you have in the zoo and you have a legal document, you will never, ever lose it. Not under our Prime Minister, not under the Biafran government of today. You can't. Every single thing we are doing today is based on international law. Nigeria is a lawless country. That is why they are getting away with the evil they have been doing. And we did not have what we have today in 1967. That was why they were able to have an abandoned property. You cannot have any property of Biafran called abandoned property in 2024. It is not going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. This is not 1967. In 1967, we had nothing before we started the war. They just came after us. We were only fighting to defend ourselves. We were not even expecting what happened. In 1967, the Biafrans has no army. We had no army, not even a single army. The army of Biafra were assembled in the midst of the war. That was why you have even child soldiers. Everybody came along to defend the land. We didn't have representation anywhere. We didn't have access to media. That was why even when the United States withdrew and was trying to back Biafra, Biafrans didn't have the knowledge. And they went ahead to accept the no victor, no vanquish. not in 2024. In 2024, as we start today, Biafrans, we have people in every government of the world. In case you don't know it now. It is very difficult to find a country in this world where you don't have a Biafran that is highly connected. Are you going to talk about the US? There are so many Biafrans who are politicians in the US, who are in the highest places, who are in their house, who are in various top places. Go to Canada, they are there. Go to United Kingdom, they are in France, they are there. Any place you can mention, go to Germany, they are there. This is not 1967. So if anybody is threatening you with abandoned property, forget them. If that is what is making you not to support the Biafra, you better wake up from your sleep. Biafra is the only hope you have to guarantee that your business is going to stand. Because without Biafra, they will continue to do what they are doing in Lagos State today. I can bet you, if we have Biafra, they cannot destroy the property of a Biafran person without a compensation. It will not happen. Nigeria cannot destroy the property of a Biafra without compensation. Under Biafra, it will not happen. Some of you seem not to understand these things. That is why you see somebody, because you are living in Lagos, you have one room hotel, you have one flat you build, you don't want to support Biafra. When they talk about Biafra, you are talking nonsense. Because you don't have knowledge. When Biafra, under Biafran government, you cannot destroy a property of Biafran without paying compensation. And you will ask me, how are we going to get it? And I tell you, how did a Chinese company recover their money from Nigeria? Ordinary company, a company recovered their property from Nigeria. You're asking me, how are we going to get it? How are we going to get our properties? I'm asking you, a company in China, all the way in China, recovered the money that Nigeria is owing them. They recovered it. How did they recover it? They took them to international court and they won their case, and they began to seize the properties of Nigeria across the world. And you think that Biafrans cannot do that? The only thing you have to do is to have a legal documents of every single property you have in Nigeria. Get your legal documents and keep it with you. When the time comes, for every property of Biafrans that they are lost, we are going to recover it by fire, by force. They can't destroy any legal property of a Biafran without paying compensation. They are only surviving that because you are in Nigeria. They are only succeeding in that today because you're in Nigeria. Nobody can speak with you. Your lawmakers are there dancing to their tune. Your lawmakers are there selling you out. Look at your lawmakers. They were one of those who were there, who joined them to attack your sister in Canada. When our beloved sister in Canada responded to the attack against her, instead of her people supporting her, the people you have in the House of Assembly were there when they wrote and gathered and begin to write letter. They wrote letter against their own instead of defending her. They couldn't even ask question. Why did she take that action? Why did she say what she said? They didn't even have time to make that investigation. It is so sad. Some of us are being ignorant. That is why you see some people, maybe especially those people in Lagos State, and in the northern part of Nigeria, they are ignorant. The only thing you have to do, every property you own in Nigeria, make sure you have a legal document. This is not 1967. You will not lose anything. If that is what is making you not to support Biafra, start now, make your contribution, support. The only thing that will guarantee your property is safe is Biafra. And I bet you again, no Biafran will lose a single property because we left Nigeria. You won't. There will be no abandoned property of Biafra in the zoo. It cannot happen. If they do not want you to do business in their land, in their own country, they will pay you compensation for every dime, every single stone you lay in their country. They will pay the compensation. And the Biafran government will make sure they pay to the last penny. You will ask me how it's going to happen. The whole lawlessness you are seeing today is because you are in Nigeria. in this convention, remember our Prime Minister have made it open. That in this convention, we are going to sign up to all United Nations Human Rights Treaty. United Nations have some treaty that people have signed in. Even the zoo have signed up to it, but being for the fact that you are inside the zoo, who is going to make the case for you? Is it the same government that we go to represent, the same people who represent you? Is it the one going to make the case for you? But when it becomes a country versus a country, I bet you the international community will weigh in. You're not going to judge it in the Nigerian court. We will take them to international court. And after we have won the case in international court, they are going to pay with compensation for every single dime. If they fail to do so, I don't know why it is difficult for you to understand. Look at China. The Chinese case was just a company or not a country. A Chinese company was given a contract, and the Zoological Republic, with their evil agenda, a state gave them a contract, and they thwarted the contract and began to do something else. The company took them to court, international court, and they won the case. And the order was given to begin to seize the properties of Nigeria anywhere they are. That is how the world works. That is how the world works. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. The only hope you have is Biafra. To have a solid defense of every single thing you have, everything you own. But most importantly now, if you want to invest, channel your energy to Biafra land. Most importantly now, channel your energy to Biafra land. Make your head office, the head office of your business, let it be in Biafra land. It doesn't matter the business you are doing. Let your head office be in Biafra land. You can open up a small shop or store as a place where your customer can meet you. Put some samples there. All you need is an order. When somebody make an order, you can shift. You can send your goods to any part of the world from your bedroom. We are no longer living in a cake time. We are living in a global world where you can stay anywhere and transact with anybody, anywhere. Don't try to limit yourself. That is why when I see some people who say, we need a bigger space to operate, that Biafrans do not want a small place. Biafrans need a small, and I look at these idiots, I say, what are these people talking? In 21st century, how do you identify a small space? We are talking about the global world. That is what we want to talk about. Now, you limiting us to Nigeria, being in Nigeria, you are limiting us. Telling the Biafrans to remain in Nigeria, you are actually limiting us. And the same people will come and tell you, oh, Biafrans are people that move around. They cannot put them in a small place. You put them in a small place. You forgot that putting us in Nigeria is keeping us in a small place. Limiting us to Nigeria, limiting us to that environment called Nigeria, that geographical expression called Nigeria, you are limiting us. What should we be talking about? Going across the whole world as we're supposed to. And today, the internet has made it possible. The network internet has made it possible. And it is only in Biafra that we can be able to explore that expansion. We can be able to educate our people properly and expand in a very marvelous way. Everything is going digital now. Nobody is talking about all these manual things. Nobody is based on everything is going digital. Everything is going digital, including your business, digital. You can be in your village and you do your business successfully. Make your money and cheap. You will not have to pay for all those high charges of shops. You don't have to pay shop rent. You don't have to be paying unnecessary tax to anybody. You don't have a money to come and lock your shop and giving you unnecessary fines and all that. People are doing their business global on internet. Everything now is digital. To expand to the highest level, but they want to limit you to Nigeria. The network you will not have, light you will not have, nothing you can see. And somebody will come and tell you, oh, Biafran people, they are business inclined. Oh, Igbo people, they like to do business. Why you want to take them out from Nigeria? You are trying to limit them. Biafra is going to be too small. You are mad. Biafra is the foundation for us to expand. Keeping us in Nigeria is making us small. Anybody that is telling you to remain in Nigeria is telling you to remain small. It doesn't want you to grow. There is no growth in Nigeria. You can never, ever find growth in Nigeria. Never. You can never grow. Nobody that wants growth will talk of being in Nigeria. You can never talk of growth in Nigeria. In the zoo, the only people that experience growth is the politicians and the criminals who call themselves, who have sold their self. Not the ordinary people. The growth they see, the kind of growth of Dangote, they push Dangote up and make impoverish everybody in the north, impoverish, and Dangote the only man. Everything that comes, they give him to manipulate. They waive tax for him, allow him to run business that millions of people can run. They give it to him. Today he has ventured into oil, and I bet you the oil will never be, the petrol price will never be the same anymore. Today he's in petrol. He's now the one in charge of running the show in oil. And you will see what will happen there. But I bet you, as for Biafra, we are moving out. If the Biafran oil is their hope, they have failed. If Biafran oil is their hope of establishing that very refinery, they have just failed. Because we are gone. And we will not need anybody to help us to refine our oil. Biafran government will refine their oil. We are going to refine our oil. So anybody that is telling you to be in Nigeria is only trying to make you small. They don't want you to grow. They want to limit you. They want to limit your access to the world. It is only in Biafra that you can be able to access the world the way it's supposed to be. My fellow Biafrans, because of the kind of message we have got today and what our sister said, I want to play one of the messages our Prime Minister delivered when he visited northern Nigeria for the people in the north. And I want people in Lagos State to also learn a lesson from this message that our Prime Minister preached when he visited northern Nigeria. I want us to pay attention to this message. Whether you are living in as long as you're not living in Biafra land, this message is going to be important. Let us hear what our Prime Minister had to say. Before I go, my brother Christian, I just saw you. I didn't know you were in the background all this while. My eyes didn't get there. I was just busy talking. You know, sometimes when you are carried away, you wouldn't be able to look at that.
Yeah. He never tell when I enter, as a matter of fact. So okay. I heard what you said recently. That really made me to leave what I was going to do. So let me come in because it touches me, you know, that asking us to remain in Nigeria, you know. So obviously, the people who are saying it, there are some Biafrans who have bought into it for whatever personal reasons. And there are other people, mostly they are Fundraising and whatever, they are not saying it for the good of our people, for the good of us. No. So that is the deception, and our people need to use their brain because what they are doing it just to make sure they continue to exploit you, continue to use you to develop themselves. And meanwhile, they will tell you that, oh, Igbo people have businesses all over the place. How are they going to do this, do that when they've invested? That investment is limitation. They are trying to limit you because you are not going anywhere. You're not heading anywhere. You're just there. But when push comes to shove, they will always be the one to dictate who you are, what you do, how you do it. Because they've captured. It's just crazy. If you try to elaborate what is going on, when you say, okay, you have investments in Lagos, in the north, wherever, Abuja, wherever, but when the real time comes, when there's election, they will come out and threaten you and tell you, you must vote this way, you must not vote that way, and if you don't do it, they will destroy your business, they kill someone, and nothing will happen. Because you can't do anything because you now leave your destiny in their hand. That is what it's all about. Because even yesterday, there's problem in Ladepo market where the Igbos dominate, but the Yorubas, they are, because again, from the language of Shetima and Kunle, from that video, that they were going to systematically make sure that. So this whole thing is going on. So the only solution is for our people to begin to slowly but surely move back home, take the investment back home. I always say we have vast land, vast areas where they can begin to develop immediately. Even in the entire of the area, just from Benin down there, you can invest anywhere. You look left, right, and center. Everywhere is undeveloped lands where you just have to start from somewhere. If you want future for yourself and for your generation on, but you have to start now. Start from somewhere. Stop looking at your investment in Abuja, in Kaduna, in Lagos, because over time they can just take it just like that from you, and you won't do nothing. You cry. At the end, nothing will happen. So start now, begin to build for the future. They don't want to, and they will never, never, ever. So that word, I've heard it severally from several people, but I know that it's mischievous. They are deceivers. They are just being deceptive with that word. That Igbos are business people, you can't limit them, you can't do it's all lies. In their heart of heart, they know what they are doing. The one thing that gives them delight and joy is to subjugate, to have the Igbo man caged, because the fear and jealousy is very real. But in the situation that Igbo is now, is that situation of subjugation. They like that. You cannot rise to the top. You cannot be the president of the country because the power structure has been so in such that it will be between Southwest and the North, back and front, and they will pacify you and give you one ministerial position. And it's just crazy. And this is something that the likes of Nnamdi Kanu and our PM, they've seen very well, and God has blessed them to move this movement forward. But it's sad. It is really sad, because every day when I see people who are also Biafrans, Igbos, and they are looking at this one Nigeria thing, but it is what it is, So my brother, you say you want to play video, make we,
Yeah, just one of the old messages of our Prime Minister. Let me play the message. Let's just hear some portion of that message.
Okay.
And are listening to this program today. I have come to address many of you for the very first time in the northern Nigeria in connection with a horrific and savage act of terrorism against our land a few days ago. We have seen on social media images, videos, including those who survived the attack against our students in their schools. This attack claimed life of dozens of peaceful, innocent students in their hostels. My fellow citizens of Biafra, this attack were also meted against our students and doctors, women and teenagers. As usual, everywhere is silent. Have you not seen videos of the survivors that are on social media in pool of their own blood? But those castigating the Biafra government defense of Biafra land are all silent. What does that tell you? And of course, they are waiting for the Biafra defense forces to engage these terrorists before you will hear their national outcry of how we are killing people. The Biafra defense forces are fighting to save the life of those they have kidnapped. Many may be in a very critical condition. But I'm very, very confident and very optimistic that in the coming days, you will be seeing results and news that will be coming from the den of those terrorists. Because of the recent attack on Biafra soil, which we all know that is being aided by their counterpart, accomplices in the Nigeria Terrorist Army Police and other agencies within Biafra land, in order to divert our attention from neutralizing and eliminating them. I have to tell them today that, unfortunately, our focus will not be diverted. Our focus remain on them because they are the genitor, they are the facilitator, they remain the accomplice, they abet, they aid, and they protect and shield these ragtag terrorists that are now on rampage in Biafra land. But one thing is certain, you see this month of August will never be forgotten in the history of Nigeria and the Biafra struggle. We will engage these terrorists ruthlessly. And as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted, and the result will be coming out in a few days or weeks to come. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. And if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions, and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people, has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows, because these are terrorists who follows them. And all this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this when they have attacked us, and the evidence is there. So from the 30th of August, and I know that before 30th of August they are going to unleash mayhem on our people, but believe me, whatever happens, know that Biafra government is equal to the tax. We will never deviate from engaging their counterpart in the uniform. From the 30th of August, we will face those terrorists in the bush. And I promise Biafra people that under this government, we will eradicate the interstate movement of terrorists with their cows from one place to another. It is our focus. And that particular measures has been taken, considered by the government and the Biafra Defense Forces, and implementation will follow ruthlessly. So Biafra people, all you need remain the support to the government, and we thank you for the support you have given so far by making sure that you are speaking in one voice like never before. The Nigeria state are quaking and panicking. Those one Nigeria gullible, idiotic fraudsters, the internet criminals are quaking and trembling because they have seen that Biafrans are all behind the Biafra government. And it shocked them. And more of this will be coming, more of the hate will be coming, because they see that you are now coming back in unison and becoming unified. That unity is exactly what this tour is targeted at achieving. We thank you in homeland, Biafra de facto government in the homeland, who have smartly conducted and conducting the self-referendum, and we have seen over 50 million votes. Still counting, because the voting will end November 28. I want to thank you for your belief and trust in the Biafra government. The changes you crave for, the nation you are fighting for, you will enjoy it. I want you to understand that many propaganda will come, because they see Prime Minister of Biafra is standing very strong. And I am telling you all that I will be the end of Nigeria. I have said this severally. I will say it again. I will be the end of Nigeria. Somebody have to be the end of Nigeria. Somebody have to do it. I am here to do it. We are here to fight and pass freedom onto our new generation, and not this situation, not this slavery, not this new colonialism that have destroyed the future of our people. Biafra will be the beginning of civilization in Africa. We have introduced the most acceptable democratic system by allowing Biafrans to speak, by participating in free will voting for their self-referendum. And of course, the pathway to freedom is after the referendum has been conducted in Finland. We will gather from the 29th of November to 3rd of December 2024, where delegation from all over the world will gather to append their signatures to confirm the consent given to them by the Biafra people to declare the restoration of independent state of Biafra. After that, we will communicate to Abuja. And this warning of withdrawal of all the terrorists in uniform from Biafra land will be enforced with the highest force. We will not fight conventional war with them. We will detect how this war will be fought. And it is going to take us 20 years to eliminate Nigeria from our land. We are ready for it. If it is going to take us 10 years after 2nd of December to eliminate Nigeria in our land, we are ready for it. I want you to understand that America left Vietnam because of the asymmetric and the guerrilla warfare, the jungle warfare that Vietnamese unleashed on Americans during the war. Our own will be worse than the Vietnamese war. We will make sure it is the only way out of the enslavement of Nigeria. It is the only way out of the terrorism of Nigeria. They thought they can eliminate us and they force us together with the barrels of the guns. We have come to let them understand that Nigeria can never win this war, not now, not tomorrow, not never. The earlier they accept this self-referendum and start immediately the United Nations procedures on recognition of Biafra and acceptance of the self-referendum, the better for them. If they refuse, believe me, we will destroy Nigeria because that is the only way to save our life. And at the end, they will still declare and recognize Biafra. The worst part of this very sad truth is that if they accept this amicably in peace, they will save lives and save many things. But if they refuse, I will tell you, many things will go down. At the end, we will sit at the round table and discuss the liberation and independent state of Biafra, when a lot of damages may have been done, which can never be repelled and recalled. I am telling you today, I'm standing on this planet Earth on the ground. I'm promising Biafra people that I will not hand over slavery to my children, to our generation, but freedom is what we will hand over to them.
You said?
Not just freedom, but Biafra, where they will have the opportunity to aspire to whatever they want to be in life, where they will live freely, have the power and ability to study and compete among nations of the world. What you are doing today is because you know Nigeria has failed. The reason you are supporting me, why I am in exile, why the government is in exile, is because you know we have profiled a better solution. We have profiled a brighter future for you. And it is not just profiling. We are coming with a realistic solution to your problems. We will provide electricity, provide good road, healthcare system, insurance. We will also make sure that the database is the first thing we are going to do, which we have already done with the Biafra government in exile. Today we have the BSA, Biafra Security Administration, which is responsible for collecting the data of Biafras and the issuance of Biafra National Identity Card. We have started solving your problems even before we get recognition and before declaring independence. We have also provided solutions to the insecurity that are now rampant in Nigeria. Every part of Nigeria is facing annihilation because of the jihadist movement, the continuation of the Usman Danfodio, which every one of you know the history. What is happening today in Nigeria is the continuation. And the primary target remains the Biafra territory, which we have resisted and continue to resist. So my brothers and sisters, those of you who believe in Nigeria, you have a choice. It is your right. But remember, we have gathered 50 million. For you to outnumber us, you will have another 60 million or 51 million that will say no to Biafra. Only then we can back down. For now, we have the majority of the Biafra people, those who have never voted and participated in Nigeria election since they were born. They are now voting in Biafra self-referendum. And some idiot will be telling you, oh, how many are you in Biafra? Where did you get the 50 million vote? Ask them, do you have any statistics? Do you have any document, record, data of anybody, of everybody in Biafra land? Ask them, how many are you in Nigeria? How many are you in the eastern region, which is the territory of Biafra? Who have the data? Where is the record? Today, our record becomes the authentic record.
Absolutely.
Our own record, the data being collected from this voting become the authentic record, because you never conducted any reasonable and realistic census on our people. Everything in Nigeria is fake. You go to Google, you go to Wikipedia, you see what they are reporting, 20 million people, 30 million people, and they think that it is the time we are going to be looking at what they are writing on Wikipedia. Wikipedia that is being manipulated by the result of those nomadic people that were leading the Nigeria Census Board, where they will be counting cow leg in the northern Nigeria, and they disenfranchise the eastern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra territory, and they will count one family and jump the other family. Not even that. Majority of Biafrans never participated in the Nigeria census, and they don't want to participate because they have lost faith in Nigeria. But in this Biafra self-referendum, they have come to identify with the Biafra government, and this result from this voting become the authentic number of people that actually qualified to cast their vote, and it will be authentic. We call on Nigeria and those who care that the authentication of the result of the Biafra self-referendum will be the only pathway to peace. The refusal and the rejection will be the pathway to anarchy. And we are ready to carry guns, not just for the self-defense, but to defend the result of the self-referendum. Thank you very much. Biafrans in northern Nigeria, I thank you. And let those who are still hanging on the roadside thinking that what we are doing here is a joke, you are going to regret not supporting this freedom up to this point. Nigeria have nothing on us. For those rappers in America, I want to tell you today that you defined who you are, and nobody else will tell you who you are. You defend yourself, nobody else will defend you. We have seen how people are dying in other parts of Nigeria. Nobody is protecting and defending them. Those who supposed to be the security that should be protecting the people are actually helping the terrorists to take over their land. They attack your land, and after 2 weeks, people that you don't know where they come from will occupy your land, and that is the end. As I'm talking to you today, it is a fact that people were born in IDP camp in Benue State, and today they are 19 years. 19 good years born in IDP camp and still living in IDP camp. Who is living and occupying their land? Strangers from Central African Republic, Fulani from other parts of Africa occupying their land. And the government of Nigeria, that is a terrorist state government, have done nothing to make these people go back to their land. That is what we have prevented in Biafra land. And that is the reason why the security of life and property of Biafra people will be taken very seriously, and we will protect our women ruthlessly, like we are going to do in the next coming weeks. Those terrorists that attack and kidnap our doctors, our students from the school, I pity for you. Run! Because there will be no excuse. We will hunt you down. We will hunt you down. I am telling you the fact. In the next few weeks, you will be hunted down. Any place you are in Biafra forest, we will hunt you down. Remember, Biafrans, that for this to be possible, we will need to continue to support and fund the Biafra Defense Forces. It is their job to protect our land, and that they have sworn to do, and that they have done very well, which is the reason this attack against Biafra is not a rampage like we see in other parts of Nigeria. But we will use this time around to set example to those who are planning to attack us in the future. And from here, I say, may God bless you. Biafrans in the northern Nigeria, airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces.
Airborne. That's our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Sometimes we go back to play these things to remind people where we are coming from.
Yes.
So that people lose information. Sometimes people, after speaking, you have to repeat again and again for them to recollect. That is why we play these very videos. Go ahead, my beloved Christian. Go ahead and speak.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you that. You see this December 2nd coming. The importance of it cannot be overemphasized. December 2nd, my goodness. It's just like that interview that our PM granted Dr. Damage.
Yeah.
That interview shook up the foundation of the zoo. But the December 2nd is a different ball game altogether. Because why? That December 2nd is going to change the whole equation. It's going to be authoritative, a mandate. Like the people say, now I surrender to you to take charge, take care, protect me, provide for me, defend me against the enemy. I solemnly swear and I handed my authority to you. People don't, but I think, if you ask me, I think this is why the zoo, the level of confusion in them, because they know the significance of that 2nd December. That's why they are trying to see if they can stop it, but they cannot. Because that December 2nd is going to mandate the Biafran Republic government in exile to take charge of Biafra territory. Meaning
that is the day this very mandate will be legalized. Sealed completely. Thank you.
That simply means that after December 2nd, when all of our vote must have been counted and everything signed, all the UN conventions, everything signed, the Biafran people would have surrendered the authority of the land to the government, the Biafran Republic government in exile. And it equally means, therefore, that any zoo agent, military, police, name it, in Biafra land, they become illegitimate. And not only they become illegitimate, they are enemy of the people, because the people have spoken very clearly and mandate handed over to the government, the Biafran government. So if you don't run, if you don't escape, if you are still there, whatever happens to you, you are defenseless and you have no law supporting you. If you are spy in Biafra land, you spy for nothing. No law anywhere in the world will hold anybody responsible, because the authority of the land, the sovereignty of the place has been given. So it's very significant. And I think some people know about this in the zoo. That's why they are trying everything and they failed. One more thing, bro. I have to say it because I don't know, I can't even say it enough, how I feel about Biafrans, Igbos, who are not in support of this movement. And I ask myself, you sit down there, are you happy with what is going on? You know that Ugo Chinyere, that I think he's his House of Rep member, he's not a senator, Ugo Chinyere. A week ago, just a week ago, he reminded me of something that touched me so dearly. To think that since the last election, there's this SNDibo in Lagos.
Absolutely, you're right. Yeah.
That today, as we speak, this guy is still languishing in the incarceration. Why? Why? Because just because he said a word, just a word, that if you people don't defend us, that we will ask our people to come and defend us. And he's still languishing. The Lagos State government, the zoo government, they kept him there with no justice, no nothing. But meanwhile, the likes of MC Oluomo and the rest of them who not only did they make a trade, they carried it out. They carried it out. They carried it out, and nothing was done to them. Absolutely nothing. So if that is not enough to tell you that there is a war waged against Indigo, against Biafrans, then I don't know who you are. Then I think you are enemy. If you don't know that there is a war the Nigerian system has waged, and it's not even some kind of secret or covert war they are waging. It's a very pronounced, overt war they've waged against Ndibo, because even 2 weeks ago, there were outcry that the youth in North who were in prison or kidnapped or whatever because of their protest, and there was serious outcry. And I don't know how many days they said they spent in the dungeon or custody, and they were let go. I tell you that if this were youth from Biafra or Igbo, you will talk all you can. Nobody will care. They will still remain there, because as we speak, there are young Biafrans scattered all over in northern.
They will not even arrest them. What they will do is open fire. For you to raise a flag in Biafra land, they will open fire.
So when I see these people, when I talk about the Ginger Media or Dr. Damage or Chidi or all these people, they are closing their eyes away from reality. They are acting as if they don't know that Nigerian state has waged a war since the 1967 to 1970 war, which, by the way, war that they thrust upon the Biafrans, because Biafra never asked for that war. Everybody's eyes is opening now to what really happened. The Ojukwu never asked for war. What they simply asked for was true federalism, so as to solve the massacre of our people in the North. Take care of yourself, I take care of myself. And it was agreed upon, and when Gowon negate on it, it's okay. We don't have to sit down, fold our hands while you continue to massacre our people in the North. Therefore, let's stay on our own. We declare our place. That was it. I stay my place, you stay your place. Why should that be a war? That is not a call for war. That is a call to take care of myself. You take care of yourself. But they say no, you don't have the right to take care of yourself. You don't have the right to stone your own. You must stay with us. That is why Gowon brought the war. So when people say it's because of the civil war they are marginalizing the Igbo, no, it's not. It's not. It's something that has been from day one, because they have a plan to achieve something. So it's very sad that, like we speak, that like I said, that till this day, this Igbo in Lagos is still being held, and nobody is speaking. If I'm a senator, a Biafran or Igbo in Nigeria, I'm a senator or House of Rep or a governor or whatever, and you go to sleep at night and you know that these things are happening, I don't know who you are. I can never.
See how wicked those politicians are. These people are evil men. Did you see that when they attacked our sister in Canada?
Yeah.
They were there in the house, and they were part of the ones that wrote a letter against our sister in Canada for responding to attack against her. But now
that is why
their own traditional ruler is in prison for more than 3 years. Nobody have raised that topic in the house. Nobody have raised the topic in the house. That is why I said that they are also maybe primarily our enemies, because the fact that it was last week that Ugochinyere raised that issue. The fact that all these other politicians who said they are Biafrans or Igbos, they can go to sleep at night knowing that this guy, this Igbo, is still being locked up for apparently no reason, for absolutely no justification. It's incredible. Ugochinyere is in the House of Assembly. Why don't he raise that in the House of Assembly? Why is he raising it in the media?
Okay, exactly.
Why is he not raising it in the House of Assembly where he is?
They are very base of this one and the rest of them. How is it that they are not concerned? Who are they representing that when they say that they are members of representative or they are senators? Or who are you governing then? When you cannot defend the people, a man utter a word, just a mere word that was never actualized, never carried out, and is being incarcerated unjustly, while the people who made the same threat and carried it out and people died, business is destroyed, they are walking free, giving appointment. If that is not a state of war against Igbo in Nigeria, then I don't know who you are. I don't know what it is. So it's really shameful, because why I say it is I go on different platform, I listen to everything, I hear so many things, and when I see these things, I can't even make any sense of it, that you are an Igbo, a Biafran, and you allow this blatant war being waged on you. You are pretending as if you don't know that a war is being waged. The war is a serious war, and if you don't know it, I feel sorry for you. Our people who are in businesses, traders, whatever it is, all over the place, in the north and in southwest, I feel sorry for you. If you don't know, something is coming. The earlier you wake up, because otherwise it's gonna be too late, and you'll be crying, and there'll be no help for you. Start doing something now. Nigeria is at war with you. So that is the situation, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. It's really sad. It's really sad when you begin to think about that. Is why the only solution for us to be free is to get out of the zoo. As long as we remain in that contraption, nothing is going to work. The very first step to take to free ourselves is to extract ourselves from this zoological republic. Every single person they put there to represent you are not representing you. They are there for their own personal and selfish interests. Their purpose of being there is for their own personal interest. None of them is there for you. None of them is there for me. They are all there to serve themselves. Every single one of them, from A to Z. I don't exempt anyone.
Yeah.
Look at Abaribe. Even Abaribe, when he was talking, you thought Abaribe was talking to Mazen Nandekano until he lost the election.
Yeah.
When he came to run for governorship, it became clear that all this while Abaribe was actually looking to be a governor of Abia State. That was what was checking. And when they finally denied him the governor of Abia State, he has lost word, he has lost statement, he disappeared. Instead today, when you see him, when he is talking, you see him speaking from different side of his mouth.
Yeah.
All these things are happening. I have never seen any time a senator from Biafra land stand up in that very place and make a case for his own people.
Unbelievable.
Against their own people.
Unbelievable. And you may be surprised.
That you will see some of them. They come out and they say everybody in the country is not marginalized. They will first of all tell you that the Igbo Biafrans, the Southeast is marginalized, but every other person is marginalized. Why are you concerned about every other person being marginalized? Why don't those people speak for themselves?
Exactly.
Why is it that it is you that will come and tell us every other person is marginalized? If you are marginalized, it is your duty to speak up. Why are you talking about people who are speaking about their own marginalization? You don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Only when we begin to talk about the problem, you now begin to realize, oh, everybody is suffering. Everybody is suffering. And because everybody is suffering, we should now fold our hands and not complain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody is suffering, we should not
talk your own. You talk your own. You're supposed to talk your own. Let everybody talk their own. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
We are not hindering anybody. We are focused on the restoration of Biafra we're talking about today. When you see us speak about Biafra, we are speaking about issue that concerns us directly.
You'll be surprised
how Biafra people feel. Except you are a Biafra, you don't know what you are facing.
You'll be surprised that this. You'll be surprised.
Land at the international airport in Nigeria. From there, you begin to feel the effect of being a Biafra. Your appearance alone. Your appearance alone. From the airport, they begin to treat you differently.
You'll be surprised that this SND, but they are still holding after all these years. They will go. If people now begin to speak, they might go and cook up another story to say that is why they are holding him. But what they are doing is to tell you that they are at war with you. That is everything. If you don't know, for you to know that they hate you, they hate your God. Because that man has not done anything. He only spoke a word, but there's no reason to be holding that man up till this moment. But if somebody asks now, they will say they will cook up something. That's how this will work. They will try to lie about it. Maybe they are investigating this or investigated that. That is what. So that is what Ojus Okalo, the others say, another useless, evil human being. That people should be patient with Nnamdi Kanu and the judiciary, that they are working on it. Can you imagine? Hey, Arumere. These people, we
don't have any representation in Nigeria. We don't have any representation. That is why the Biafran people have already realized it, and they have given the mandate to the Biafran government.
Yeah.
is where the focus is now. The Biafran government. Whatever decision the Biafran government takes in Biafran territory, it stands. Whatever decision we take in Biafran government, it stands. That is where we are. We are no longer part of the zoo. Whatever they decide, you can see, even them themselves, the way they are playing their games, you see, every policy they put in place is against us.
Yeah.
When they begin to choose their positions, of recent, Buhari chose some position against an appointment. He never appointed anybody from the Biafra land.
Yeah.
He didn't appoint anybody from Biafra land. So they are already doing their things on their own way. They gave their student loan and whatever, and they excluded Biafra land. They gave themselves their student loan. With the money from our side, with our own money, with our own resources, they gave their student loan and they excluded us. So it is very clear, it is very, very clear to every Biafran that we are no longer part of this very entity called the zoo. And the only solution remains for us to get out of that contraption called Nigeria. And in getting out, there is only way one out. The freedom of the Biafran people is not going to come from Nigeria. It is not going to come from Nigeria. This freedom is going to come from abroad. It doesn't matter how it sounds in your ear. It doesn't matter how you feel it. The freedom is going to come from abroad, and it is coming. It is coming with speed, starting from the 29th of this very month. When that order is being given, I bet you it will never, ever, ever remain the same anymore. You're welcome, my brother, young, wealthy. It's been a long time. Good to have you today.
Well, sir.
I can see you are very busy.
Well, sir.
You're welcome. Go ahead and speak, Biafrans. Let's hear you. You are very busy. We've spent more than 2 hours here, so let's hear you.
Yeah. Welcome, sir.
You're welcome.
I greet all my fellow Biafrans who are hearing me right this moment. I also greet Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister. I also greet Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I appreciate so much the effort of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. He is doing a very fantastic job. Very, very fantastic. So, and are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. So I so much appreciate the work he is doing. I also thank my brother who just finished speaking in the studio. In fact, he spoke well. Here we have seen Nigeria is a state where the people who are so-called leaders are just for themselves and nothing more. They don't have concern for the masses. They are just after their pockets and their children. And outside that, nothing. And that is the reason why they refuse to install anything that will work for the citizens. Where everybody is supposed to see clearly that it's nothing but wickedness, that the leaders do not have the people in mind, is taking an instance from Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. How long does it take him, how many months, to install Burkina Faso?
That's true. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think he's having a network challenge. That's a good one. That's a good one. It doesn't take anything for somebody who is serious to work or to make a country. It doesn't take anything. It doesn't cost anything. All it costs is commitment and seriousness.
Exactly.
But as we see, they continue to pretend. Just look at the achievement the Biafra government have done in a space of 2 months.
Exactly.
What they have done.
When there's commitment.
Commitments.
Yeah.
Commitments. Look at the self-referendum. We conducted self-referendum online and we did it one hand and it worked. But in Nigeria, they have been talking about online voting, and they are talking online voting as something that is impossible to do.
Yeah.
They have come to introduce their NIN and tell you to go and put your NIN and that is your account.
Yeah.
The only thing they target is to control you, just to control you and get control of you and to spy against you. But when it comes to do a job that's going to favor the citizens,
never. That is why if they were normal people, if they were serious people, if they were people who were ready to do the right thing, as we speak now, every politician in the zoo, every governmental body, what they should be concerned with right now as we speak, it is like just abandon everything and prioritize, because the priority is the fact that Nigeria has expired. And everybody knows, people have been saying this for years. Nnamdi Kanu has said it for years. Many other people have said it for years, that the amalgamation document specify quite clearly that a century lifespan for the zoo. Afterwards, people can decide if it's working or if it's not working, if they want to continue or if they don't want to, if they want to, stuff like that. So basically, what they're supposed to do now, like I said, abandon everything and go to the table and discuss. After a century lifespan of the country, do we want to continue as one, or are we okay? Are we satisfied? Stuff like that. But they don't want to talk about, but that is what all the media houses should be talking about. But they don't want to talk about it. Then, like I said, it's been said all along. It was just few days or few weeks ago that that Anglo Northam guy made something like that. Even at then, they're still trying to shove it under the floor. They're still trying to just dine it down as if it's not a fact, but that is what matters. That is a very serious issue that has led to the disintegration and collapse of the country today. Because even the British know that the country is not one and it's never going to work, because you cannot make water and oil to cohabit. It doesn't work. It's an impossible experimentation. But they don't want to talk about it because they are benefiting. So those who are benefiting from Nigeria, they don't want to talk about it. So that is why it will collapse on their head. As they are avoiding it, that inevitability, they are avoiding it, but it will collapse on their head one day. They continue to hide. So that is the situation, my brother.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Sister Mary, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak, Sister Mary.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, my big brother. You speak now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, our leader, Imai Kondo. Yes, I call him Imai Kondo because he loves us just like the way the Spirit, the God Almighty loves us, just like the nature loves us. Good morning, Itiare Kondo, our Prime Minister. My Itiare Kondo, my rock of Biafra, the David of our time. Where destroy the Golojas. You know, when you think a small thing, that is why I call him the rock. The stone where you think is not anything, you know, then you use it and build the things when you cannot expect it. And David used stone, destroy a mount, just a big person, just small thing, just like the way Sioux government called him that time, this small thing, this boy. But this boy is doing a marvelous things. This boy is doing things when the ground is shaking. This boy is doing things when the heaven and earth is happy. This is the kind of child the world needs. It's only enemy. It's only the people who doesn't like good things. That is why me, Mary, I'm so happy. That is why I call him. That is why even the Spirit call him the rock where we will stand. You can never destroy it, if you know what I mean. He stand. He blocked their way. You can never penetrate because he has different kind of thing in there. I'm very, very happy for Itiare Kondo, my Itiare Kondo. Biafrans, is very happy. I don't know about you. Because he's doing do and do. He's telling you the word. Anytime he speak, he makes me. He make the spirit. He make the nature. Because you know what? A clean word comes from heaven. He will make you. It doesn't matter what he said. A message, if you like it, take it or not. That is what is there for Biafran. And he's capable to do anything coming out from his word. People like us, we believe in what? We believe in power of energy. So when you meet people like this, and you know what you did not know, you will learn. If you accept it by yourself, you will learn what is nature. You will learn what is life, what is humanity. You don't need to know the history. You don't need to know who will tell you who you are. You hear me? So Biafra doesn't beg anyone, because he been there for many, many years before we born. We don't even know, you don't even know how many great grandchildren of Biafra, the new, you don't even know yourself. That is why you'll be arguing when you see this kind of thing. When you see the light, you confuse yourself, because you've been swimming under darkness of Nigeria, agent of evil, using blood, using humanity as, like they can manipulate as they want. That is Nigerian agent of evil. That is agent of demonic. People who doesn't like good things, people who doesn't like you to survive, a humanity to be happy. The nature to be great, the way it's supposed to be. This is Nigeria, they don't want it. If you know about it, you will not let anybody beg you. You don't go allow anybody to beg you. And especially when you don't know, say, oh, this thing, people been dying, and say this will not be lie. If you don't know, you can see the picture. If your fathers, your mothers did not face it, at least you can see the picture. You can see waiting our leader passing through. So who be you? What are you thinking? Means that you worse than the rest people. But Biafra doesn't care anymore. If you like it, save your life. If you don't like it, leave it. Because Nigeria is ready to destroy you. That name, that Arab name, that empire of slavery, their own people, they cannot even make them breathe. Now you will be stranger. Now you then go let you breathe. You can see what is going on before Ijare Kondo. Before our prime minister, the dragon of the house, tell say, I will be your end. He said it here. I will be your end. Nigerian Sioux government, empire of Britain. If you like it or not, I will still call it. Yes. See, the day Biafran, if you like it or not, because you are the master planner of Nigeria. If not that, you must say this, our leader, everything should be earned. Humanity have to drive in the way humanity is supposed to be. You hear me? You understand what I mean? So, we, as Mary, we are so many. Believe me, we are so many. Biafra is so many. We are so many. We are ready that we are never going back again. That is why this 2 December is so important. This 2 December of you taking your right, your nation, what belongs to you is so important. You will never look any back when you declare it. In short, heaven is already declared. The spirit realm is already declared. So the physically have to know you are ready for it. Then when they declare it, they know say where they come to collect what no belong to them. They face it now. You come for gun, you will get it. You come for spirituality, you will get it. We cannot do, even our own land, only the people where you make sure say, you think, you don't know, say, waiting then they call past life, after life. Some it exists though, if you like it or not. Because old people, they come, when you born again, there's some people, they say, see as you look like old woman. I'm a sample I'm making, no. And you understand. See as you behave like that person way past before. Because some people ready to come back and fight it if they did not finish their mission. Because everything have time. Yes, you can't choose waiting the spirit, especially you when no build, sue government, agent of demon. I don't care if you be Biafra, because the young man, when you are seeing it as a young, beautiful man, is fighting for more than people of 70 years, 80 years, you know, the people were older than him. And you will sit there and still be because of enviness, hatred, because of evil money, toilet paper. Money we no even get meaning to all the nation. Now that one you want for free, make other people suffer for you. My brother, no way again, no. Sorry for you. No way again. Anywhere you there, Biafra spirit will dig you out. Yes. We know where to come and fight. You say, hey, because you get money, I then go penetrate me. Now lie you make mistake for your life. Because you can't fight breeze. That is Biafra for you. So fund Biafran, as today, where be the Saturday, anything you get, confession your life is here in your own door, knocking at you to be free. To you to come out in that hole. You let the open ground of devil and demonic and Nigerian name, let them dwell in there, because we are here to cover the sun. You know? No, I'm telling you the truth. Oh. We are here to where they go in. Now before, now we they cry, now we they go in, now we they cover ourselves. No, this time around, now we want, now they won't go in there so that we go cover the sign. We go tell them, so go and meet 72 virgin in that next war for Arab.
Yes, sir.
Mother and father of jihad, prepare your children, your father, even yourself. If they send you come to Biafra and to go and meet 70-something virgin, we don't kill. Tell Ekpa, tell everyone. This time they know. Nobody said they don't know. My people, they know about it. Them, they are crying because it's there. You can't change it. So they will come out and make those their shenanigan, all those their propaganda, all those takia, to keep those idiots at them the way they always want to be. Betrayal Kondo said, I love that word because that is the truth. We are here to finish it. You are here to finish it. And we are so many, I'm telling you the truth. Biafran, we are so many, physically and spiritually. They can't stop. No lie, no let anybody deceive you. No let any woman be deceive you for Biafran. Because me now, I'm very, very happy. Everything in me about Biafran is happy. When you're crying, when you're moping, as you will be the evil, go and check yourself very well. Because Biafra is not here to look anybody tears. We are not here to look, because when you're fighting for what belongs to you, there is no brother in government house. Now so then they talk. I mean, there is no brother in government work. Our own is more than seriously that one. There is no face for faces. When you stand in our way, we don't know you. We don't see you. When you stand in our freedom, what belongs to us, what belongs to for my grandchildren, when we say where I want, make them come my village, where I come from to know. Even my forefather know they then go know the grave, then go come see say, it's beautiful, no be now. That is what I'm fighting for. The peace. I want the peace to reign, to wake up again, to blind the evil. I'm so serious about it. You don't understand. If you understand, you will understand. So Kondo, right on. Pinch them wherever you know, small one day, because your word is a bomb. And we learn it, and we are here to declare it, and we are here to take it by force, by power. Hear me? Nigerian Sue government, agent of the ruler, so hear me, because we are not giving chance. Be truth with Biafrans, so that Biafra will be truth with you. Very, very important. When you are be truth, Biafra will be truth with you. The Spirit will be true with you. The God Almighty will be true with you. God is a spirit. Nature is a spirit. It will be true with you. But when you are not true, he will fight you toe to toes. Even though you want to confuse no human being, you will not work. This time around, we are ready because you can't fight Breeze. You can't fight Breeze. You can't fight Oyobio. You can't fight it. That is Breeze we destroy. That is Breeze with peace. And this is what we are asking now. We are step by step. Confusion stand by. Because when the breeze is blowing, if you like, get better brain. If you like, no get. Now you know. So please, my people, fund Biafra. Love. Ma Biafra, dake Biafra. Say for kwe diyo diyo ngoke rimboro mi. Pe kuka uto boki yi. Kukusini boki yi. Ubokero Biafra. No, you mistake yourself. Kuka ukubo nto miki bidi pom mimo miki boro. Because of Abu Imam Biafra. No, I know for a big mistake. What I wanna feel. Yes. Akbabi nam Biafra men sure can you declare what he could I Ekpa could I again the Sioux government to could post could not fear and could young good fear any them. Enough is enough. Don't want to make it that time up when it may be built Biafra in the peace. Say our leader, Masi Simon Ekpa Itiade Kondo, the Prime Minister of Biafra, the government of Biafra, Boki Moebi did declare, Moebi did destroy, Moebi did all the evil Moekena Menem Kimoye declare for different people. Moyemi and Dickon is Medoba, and I mean Koyemikan is Medoba. Ibe Tobo, Ebo Fenebo. To say Yanam Podo Ya for walk often. Who die any government could I want to me so government about you so government everywhere in some pocket you are so stupid. Who nam this medoba the young boke 2 December me no face for faces ibari so kiso so briba ida maybe to focus okay the government and I for me sure I make the word or any government over year 4 government Biafra will take that nonsense. If name Mbagami, Mekobodo, and I mean respect. Biafra government, and I mean bonto me, yes. Say me enjoy, say me don't think me, a tell me tangata free panicome. So some pocket for book out kubonto me, he might be listening, no, it may be the Kobiko Ibanga. Mbiedo auto 8 to 0 Sioux government Nigerian Sioux government agent of Britain. Eten kino mufo. Eko government ito mo deba ke eboro yibo so enjoy. Ini Romeo adi declare 2 December. Akbeke ba kufo. Wadi the phone Biafra ya no soja nyen. Because afo man phone. Emedi eno mo ya dong eka heaven. Eka meet 75 or 100,000 any amount. Amo yemendini ya amo ekeniero. But for yemdi enjoy kisumi dong ibom. Biafra land has physically the paradise of physically. Afokete. You know for market Ekpa. You know for market sit fit. Udi ongo kese for book meet. Itente foka. Afodi boki nero kibiki enjoy. You know go don disme. Akpa biero fulani. All your government. Yagodoko. Kede mwero fulani. A sign. Ekemen this sign we move. A sign of referendum. So that ya fulani did condemn. Did destroy. Destroy referendum to me. Kirongen. Se government mo fulani post ke no nyine dodo. So for bu nyame. Because when you don't toro. Usong nyine kwe na ba. Na government nyin. Biafra na mami. Uno fi an ID card. Uno fi an belong of Fondibo to me. Imo to wo mi. Uno fi an itie for bo stand for me. Se na imo ibami. Se na imo mami. Imo kiro nye mimi. Edi bo fi an to me for man and ananiye. Nko do woke mfi po. Uno fi an security. Sema sinam di kanu ye Simon Ekpa yitiade kondo minko to nyero. Anamadodo. Uno fi an. Souk of minama. Awo de kamfe wo de temfo. Ni toy kam mbok. Meda ba se yon ikpe mufubok. Eki bontom kebun kenda ndagana mimoba. Uto excuse ororo tas atai diogo excuse. Because afoni irongoro. Irogo akpabio make kene Fulani anyamide me mono nito mono adongo aboro makara. All the government because the only anything monk wenge. Mpase kokoru keru kenya kesa mbo anything moru ke. Nse ne mo to mfese ne mo. Eso ne mo. Eboka mi mo yemeba. Enough is enough. Ukemeka kemi runa mire mi mbo ofen kidon me. Ntonto Fulani. Why ni tomfo? Edongo in paradise. Usuma kweka Abuja. Ni tom make me the eboke call that nonsense Nigerian name. Agent of Britain. Fulani Arab. Eba ke Abuja. Abi kari song irong. Abi kari irong. Because I win you talk irong. They reject their own. Unko me di on to you don't suken tangbanga. Afoka government has a bokedo Kalaba. Or bokedo Aaron. Unionye government has a koto. Nigerian su government house. Very, very dirty. All their government house there for Abuja. You will call yourself Cross River, you call yourself Eke, you call yourself Ogoja, you call yourself Anang, you call yourself Aaron, you name it. Post your video in your own house, in your village, government house, in your village. Post it in the social media. Make them see Nigerians who come and how they live. And post the one where they for Abuja, Arab country. And Abuja, an Arab country. Post it in the media, muku see, different. And let me, Mary, as I did here in Netherlands, let me go to my government. I don't mean in the city, I mean in my village, where I'm staying. Let me post the government house in this land where I'm living. Post the village on what fear. Let us make a sample. The way they are living and the way they keep you and the way the Abuja Empire of Arab keeping you. So that you make different, check. If na woman being can, you where the business, where they say sit at home. Hey, we are doing business, so we are doing this, so doing business for Fulani children to become something in life. And you doing business, make your children continue to die with different kind of 2 years, they get kidney problem. I'm waiting there for Nigeria now. 3 years. I don't even talk of 5 years because they poison all your food finish. You go say drink water, make you go clean your kidney. Do this, make you go clean, but you continue eating that poison. Every day, even when you're in your mother's stomach, they already kill you. Mama go get kidney problem. Papa go get kidney problem. Mama in grandchildren go get asthma. What is causing all those things? Are you people only the country? Because they poison all your food, condemn your brain so that you cannot get organic food where your forefather, where your mother was learning you how to live. You want to become, look at what Nigeria did to you guys. Same person Nigeria in Amufu. Many song, you have ground to plant. You prepare yourself to go to Lagos, dirty place, and live in the mud, eating what you cannot even expect to eat. Instead, you to go to your own village, you don't fall. A plan. Habo Fulani, Akpedi don't want me to destroy crop me, pasie me. Use catapult, who blind again for. When I'm small, let me make a sample to you. We get that thing where then they call catapult. We they go, I be woman, we they go bush. We go, when we plant gun, that time where we small, young group. This bird, they go destroy the corn. We get catapult. When we come back from school, you learn how to try, or anybody, any of your, stubborn children find you trouble. Go hide somewhere. I said catapult, or maybe you go put them for your leg. You go jump. Go pen and where. Talkless of you, person come your land to come chop your crops. I am catapult or to me to your any model. Come pop. You blind no. You get system. Immune system or fear. Fear say kida mama ekuro that rabbit now. I get said. Abo nko buduta you want me. basumi afie from desert, from Photojalon, afoyaka no woke, Mansi Nnamdi Kanu, ye Mansi Simon Ekpa. Upon that, they say, hey, Biafra, why Biafra is coming? Hey, they are destroying. The Fulani, they come from nowhere, they can't destroy your own. You know, talk. Now the one we want say, and ye will safe when for. Ye will not fear Yahado woke rimboromi. Now that one you can't see. Say now that one, you see how Fulani destroy your brain because of nonsense food and nonsense money they collect for evil.
Thank you, my beloved
You
sister.
may declare, don't have time. To God who made me, we don't have time. Biafra don't have time. We are so many and we are ready. Thank you, my brother. Fund Biafrans. Make sure. Fund Biafra. We are not begging you. It's only for your life. If you like, fund it. If you don't like, do it. Biafra is declaring 2 December. And we are doing so that Nigerian sue government wait what is coming to you. That is the truth. It's not lie. It's not a lie. You make it a merry. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Mary. Thank you so much, Sister Mary.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Peace. Go ahead, Peace. Let's hear from you, Peace.
Yeah, are you hearing me? Good afternoon.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
My brother, the reason why I came in is because of there are things I watch in social media, like Facebook, like YouTube. And there was a news that I heard about Ibrahim Traoré, the new president of Burkina Faso, that is turning the country to be a paradise. Because, you know, one thing I understand is that, I'm sorry to say this, why is it that for, let me say, since 500 years after the colony, but the colony haven't finished, but what I mean, you know, independence, after we have after 500 years, we got independent from the suppressors who came to Africa to you know, to destroy Africa, to claim is a colony. No, slavery is not a colony, you know, it's a suppressor. And what I want to say is that after we have suffered for 500 years and we got independence, up to now, why is it that we black people, I'm calling up black people, black Africans and black all over the world, why is it that we don't want to be cooperative as one people? Why? Because why I'm saying this man called Ibrahim Traoré today, you know, the revelation you saw today happening in Africa, let me tell you, it's true. This revelation started from our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Because all these leaders you saw today, like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they are hearing our leader. When our leader was shouting, Africa, get up. It's not only Biafra, but up to today, we want to betray one another. We are betraying our leaders. How can we just be betraying ourselves and we want to be an independent continent? Why? Because the reason why I'm saying this is because of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. He tried all his best to make sure that we Igbos and the rest of Africans that are blacks to learn that we don't have to hate ourselves. The problem with sorry to say this, the problem with Africans, black Africans, we don't like ourselves. I have experienced it so much. Not only Igbo, not only Bini, not only all part of African country. Black people, we dislike ourselves. Why can't we come together? Because I know why I'm saying this. If we don't come together as one people, Africa will never be great. Africa will never be great.
I will answer this brother when he finish, I beg, or if you want to answer, but let him finish first. Okay, carry on.
Africa don't want to be great because the only way Africa will be great if we come together. We don't have to be going to China. All African president leaders don't have to be going to China to go and visit Xi Jinping. All African leaders don't have to go and meet one man in Russia. All African leaders don't have to go and meet one man in Germany. All Africa don't have to go and meet one man in France. All Africans don't, because all those things, it shows you that we are under these Westerners up to today. We are still under these Westerners up to today. This is the problem of Africa. Like now, Biafrans are fighting for the freedom. Since that time, no Africa have come together. Let us go to African Union and sit down and speak what is going on in Nigeria. No, Africa is a lawless continent. We have no leaders. All are puppets. Because we can't just sit down and be seeing how Europe are developing. A good leader will come, we would like to kill him. Why are we disgracing ourselves, showing the world that we don't want to learn? Most especially black people, because it irritates me for 500 years. We don't want to learn. All we know is to carry Bible, to go to church. We will pray. There is no miracle. Miracle don't come. Your miracle is your hard working. Your miracle is when you go to work and you work hard, you end of the month, they pay your salary, you pay your bills, and the remaining one, you save it for yourself. That is your miracle. Because if we pray for 20 years, 30 years that Biafra will come, Biafra will not come. The only way Biafra will come is action. Is action. And if Biafra come, all those our bad boys, youth that we used to come and short. In fact, myself, I will make sure that this Biafra will not be a mess. I will make sure that this Biafra will not be a mess. I know my plan. Because the things I see in Europe, sometimes when I see it, I cry. We are not going to heaven. Nobody is going to heaven. Nobody is going to hellfire. We should come together as all Africans, black people come together. Let us have our own leaders strongly, not to be going to China to go and meet Xi Jinping to come and help Africa. Why are we so stupid? Almost 53 country in Africa, they will just go and meet one man. Is it not foolishness? Is it not stupidness? Who is that my people are going there? Is it God? Why can't you people have your own? As I am now, let me tell you, my brother, if we got Biafra, if anybody is our president or our prime minister want to go and see Putin, let him go and see him by himself. But it's to send a crowd, all Africa should go and see Putin or Xi Jinping or go and see the President Trump. All Africa should go. That is, we are still under slavery. We are still under slavery. Because I know why I'm saying this is that when Biafra comes, if our prime minister want to go and see Putin, let him go and see him by himself. Finish. Not to come and gather all Africa, because all Africa going to that place is dangerous for all Africa to be going. They will use private jets. They will say they want to go and see one man, not that they are risking their life. Look at what they did to them when King Charles, the mother died, Queen Elizabeth of Britain died. All Africa was put in one bus. Is it not a disgrace? When are we going to start to develop? When are we going to start developing our mentality? Why? Why are we so stupid? Because it makes me cry. If black people don't cooperate, it will be a disaster for us. Thank you, my brother. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. My brother Christian, go ahead and respond.
Okay, yes. I wanted to advise this brother that the problem is not about black people cooperating or not cooperating. Black people are not monoliths. Just like whites too, they are not monoliths. There are differences. The fact that me and you have the same skin color doesn't necessarily mean that we are one. No, far from it. Because for example, in Nigeria, if you want to talk about we and the Fulanis in the north, yet we have the same skin color, but we are not one. So how are we going to work together when we don't agree? This is what the Europeans discovered many decades ago, maybe even century, and they came to the realization that the only way they can develop is that they have to split up, no matter how small, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, as the case may be, because nations are created organically. Individuals doesn't create nation, they are created organically for the most part. For the most part. And how do you recognize a nation? They have commonalities. Like we, the Biafrans.
Value system. People that have similar value system.
Yeah, so bro, that's what I'm trying for this brother to understand. But I can understand too, levels in understanding. I respect that. But it's important we continue to lecture our people for them to know. Just because we are all the same black skin or whatever, that doesn't mean that we are one. No, far from it. And that is why Africa can never develop in the first place, because they continue to have this illusion that Africa is one. Africa, how is Africa one? Because we're from the same continent or because of the skin color? It's not one. The people in the Niger or Fulani from Sahel region, they have a different mindset. The way they want to go about things is different from the way we want to go about things. The way they solve problems is different from the way their belief system, their culture, their value, their tradition, their everything. Everything is different except that skin color. That is...
Brother, sorry to interrupt you. You know why? The reason why I say this is because for all Africa, let me say 54 African presidents to be going to meet one man. Just think about it. Is this right? What are they going to meet one man? Just they want to go and see Putin. They will pack all their self. They want to go and see one man. Why can't the whole Europeans to go and be seen to go and see Buhari?
You know why it happens?
Why
you know why?
The European president to go and see Ibrahim Traoré as an example.
Bro, you know why that happens? You know why that happens? Because all that happens because Africa is not developed. It's not poor. It's the richest continent in the whole world, yet the poorest. But because the people have not used their God-given mind, their brain, to figure out where the problem lies. That is why when Britain want to talk to Africa, they will gather all of them in a bus and bring them. And if China want to talk, all of them will gather to go and speak to one man who is Xi Jinping in China or Russia or America, because they fail to use their brain as human beings who have a properly developed brain. That is the problem. Because let me tell you, if Africa does the right thing, if Africa do the right thing and they developed individually with their collective mindset, understanding, uniqueness, then they will develop. And when they developed, America or China or Russia or Israel or UK will not put all the president of Africa in one bus to talk to them. No, they will talk to one African president one-on-one, just like a Russian president will talk with Americans, stuff like that. But because the people has failed to do, because when you don't do the needful, well, you already invited trouble and insult and disgrace, dehumanization upon yourself. That is the problem with Africa. As it is today, let me tell you, if Nigeria split up, I'm just giving you instances now, or even way before when there was like the Michael Okpara, the former leader in Biafra area, and the Awolowo, and if it has been allowed to continue, by now, Nigeria, big different countries in Nigeria, which is Biafra, Oduduwa, and the Arewa, they would have all developed. Biafra, for sure, I can guarantee you, would have been a superpower, unequivocally Biafra, early 1990, 91, 92, 93. The things that Biafrans were producing, people were building things you can't even imagine. China was not even producing, China were not even where they were now, back then compared to where Ndibo was. They were building things, shoes, handbags, electronics, radio, stuff like that. Even the Yorubas were developing on their own. But this whole thing of forceful amalgamation destroyed it, and they handed it over to the Fulani who have a different mindset, who prefer Islam, whatever, above every other thing. They don't care about development. They don't care about human resources. They don't care about none of that. For them, what comes primarily, their priority is Islam. That is it. After Islam, then every other thing can come. And that is disgraceful. That is destruction, because all this religion, when you look at it, they are borrowed. Islam is from the Arab, it's not from us. Same Christian too, they brought it to us. So the thing is, we've missed the mark. African leaders have made a mess of themselves. That is why the whole world is making mess of them too. That is why they will gather all of them, put them in one thing. So until the right thing is done, and what is that right thing? The right thing is that every region, no matter, even if it's 20 million, even if it's 10 million, for example, Biafra is about maybe 70 to 80 million. There's more than about 5-6 countries combined. So when everybody have their own, they will develop at their own pace according to their mindset, their belief system, their culture. The North who want to have Sharia Islamic, whatever, good for them. Let them develop on their own, on that, based on that. You see everybody develop. The day Nigeria break up is the day you see development in Africa. Go and mark this. Go and write it somewhere. The day Nigeria break up is the day development, civilization, and growth, everything poverty will be eradicated in Nigeria. And except that happens, forget it. It's a waste of time. God bless you.
With that, Nigeria, other Africans will grow.
Let me respond to my brother and what he was saying on your line of thought about Africa. You see why I don't speak about Africa on my platform? I don't speak about this Africa illusion. Is because every single person that is talking about that Africa is not coming from the right source, and they are not focusing on the primary issue. When you talk about Africans going to places and all that is something that is not unacceptable. But there is one thing that makes it possible. It is because we have not walked away from the colonialism of the West. Africa is still under the colony of the West. They still control what happens everywhere, anytime, any day.
You are right. Mm-hmm. You are right.
And the only way we can be able to stop that is not by clamoring for the so-called African coming together.
Yeah.
You have to first of all do your homework individually.
Yeah.
Africans, we are tribal peace by nature.
Exactly.
That is why in Africa, in every celebration, people go back to where they come from. In every celebration, if be it Christian celebration, Muslim celebration, traditional celebration, people return back to their villages where they come from to celebrate. You ask somebody ask a Biafra who was born in Lagos, where are you from? He will tell you that I am from so village, but I was born in Lagos. We are not the same with those people in the West. They can do whatever they like. Any place they are born, that is where they belong. Africans, we are tribal peace by nature. And first of all, we have to solve that problem of knowing whom we are in our own environment. Just like my brother was talking about the issue of Nigeria. Look at the people, okay, for example, look at the people who are talking about this Africa. When I tell you they are not fighting for Africa in the way it's supposed to be. Look at Malema, Julius Malema, who is talking about Africa. When you see his line of thought and his agendas, will you now say because you want to project Africa, you are supporting terrorists openly? He is playing allegiance to terrorists openly. The other man that is talking about Africa, Lumumba or whatever, Professor Lumumba, when you look deeply into his own agenda also, he has a different direction and he's nowhere near the government. His message is not sinking. The only way to get these things right and put us together is for Africans to return to where they come from. Remove those boundaries that were put by Europeans. How do you remove it? It is not by clearing the map, recognizing yourself, just like the Biafrans are trying to go back to their root of whom they are. That is why I tell people who are angry at Biafra, we are not after you. We are not a threat to any region. As we are going back to Biafra, what the Oduduwa people are going to do is to go back to Oduduwa land. The Arewas, go back to Arewa land. The Middle Belt, stay on their own. Every other region, extract themselves and return back to where you build your own self, first of all.
Yeah.
When every region build their self, then if we want to come together, it has to be based on agreement that we reach by our own self.
Yeah.
Do you know that the African Union was found by the West?
Yeah.
The West found your African Union and they are still sponsoring it tomorrow. And it is because of this unity, fake unity they're talking about. That is why they still continue to manipulate the Africa. And one of the greatest manipulation of the West is Nigeria. Go and check the reason why Nigeria was created by the British. When they called it, you see, when they describe it, they call it the largest Black African populated nation. That's what they call it. The largest Black African settlement. They created that area so that they can use it to manipulate other African countries. And it is working for them.
Yeah.
When they tell you that Nigeria is the most populated African country, is there anything they gain from that?
Oh.
Most populated African country, they cannot secure themselves.
Oh.
They cannot produce enough food for themselves. They don't manufacture anything. The most popular agriculture is something you can pursue with ordinary hand, cultivate and feed yourself. With their greatest population, they can't even feed themselves.
Brother.
They created that place, they formed that very environment so that they can use it to begin to manipulate other African countries. That is why you saw. Did you see when Traore come in? When Burkina Faso come out, what did they do? They called your Nigerian president Tinubu. They told him go and wage war. And what did he do? He returned to West African Union. And West African Union began to challenge their own brother who want to free himself. And who was leading it? It was Nigeria. Nigeria was leading it. A phone call from the West recently, the United States FBI, is it CIA, United States? They told you that Tinubu is an access. I hope you had the news. CIA released an information because people went to go and investigate the life the secret of Tinubu. They said they cannot release the information. It's classified. That Tinubu is an access to CIA. Doesn't that ring a bell in your ear? That is why Tinubu was the one that was leading the attack against Burkina when they moved. They wanted to lead the attack against DJ. A phone call. The only way you can stop this thing is to form your return to where you are and create your own. And Biafra will be the base. Once Biafra get it right, every other region will be free. Even the want to create caliphate, they will create their caliphate. We don't have any problem with their caliphate. Create it with your own people. Enjoy it. You're already enjoying it.
Exactly.
It's not our problem. You are already enjoying it. You have your Sharia law. You're already enjoying it. Just do what we are saying there. Do it with people that agree with you.
Massachusetts, briefly, why the Europeans, because they created and they call it the largest Black nation, blah, blah, blah. Why they not carry Spain, carry Italy, carry Britain, join it together and call it the most populated or populous white or European? Why they not do them? Why? Because for them, waiting they no one for themselves, then they want for you. Waiting they no say it no go work, and for them it no go work out, but then go on make it there with you so that it go continue one step forward, 3 steps backward, year in, year out, century after century.
Brother, sorry, you made mistake. They're supposed to use all the white skin.
Okay.
All the white skin, it doesn't matter. If you like be Arab, because Arab have white skin. Asia have white skin. It doesn't matter any white skin color. They're supposed to be as one.
Yeah.
Because
how would it work out for them?
Yes, in Africa, it doesn't matter. They don't tell us where they kidnap. That time is a kidnap. We should, in that colonial time, we're supposed to call it as a kidnap. They kidnap us
by force and put us together.
Kidnap us by force, by power. They did not tell you. Most of their children, they don't know the kind of Africa country they come from. They don't know that all this Bombay, with South Africa, different kind of African country. They're inside. But they put us as African. You need to explain some. When you say you are African, you need to explain where the part of Africa where you come from. Because in here, they can't them. When once you are Africa, it doesn't matter where you come from. So when they kidnap us, they don't tell us, they don't tell their children that this Africa you're talking about, they have different country, different state, different nation, different places. They pack the like stockfish to them to suffer for them. And these people now, the people they kidnap in the slave time, they come here, change all their brain, use their mineral resources, make them here they okay. Then they come accept. Why Africa, where they come from, their master turned to be bush. They don't need anything like bush. They don't come see light. They reject their own people. So now the European side, they turn the whole Africans. They don't tell them, and they want to do it as Arab nation. Most of them, they think Africa is Arab nation. I'm telling you the truth. They don't let them know. And they let them understand that Africa is very, very poor. They let them understand that the oil, everything they are using is not coming out from Africa. Let me tell you the truth.
Of course, they hide it from their children.
Their children don't know what they are using is coming out from Africa because they don't have a place to plant. They plant in glass house. And do you know how much those things they plant is not what they eat, it's only vegetable. So they don't let them know all what they are using is coming out from Africa. They only let them know, show those poor children when they go organize, go to when they so-called their government and their president turn the children to poor beggars. They go to the orphan home, video, go to the mothers' villages, make video, come to orphan home here. They should support. You know, they use them in different kind of way. Those children, they took picture, come to show you in media to use it, make advert. Those children is milking a lot of billions to Europe because they are showing themselves they are hungry. People are want to fund. They don't have hospital. They don't have any place. But they don't tell them that this oil, all these things we are enjoying coming out from Africa. Africa is very rich. It's only we are using them. They cannot say that. So when they tell them, oh, Africa is poor, here they grow up like 40 years. If you even, some people, you explain to them why Africa is poor, they will just like, is that true? Yes, it's true. Your gas, your oil, everything you're using is coming out from Africa.
Mazi Chooks.
Yeah.
You know, these two guys that you mentioned, Professor Lumumba and the one from South Africa, Melema, yeah? Yeah, in 2 words for both of them, because they are the two most prominent, right? And you mentioned them. It's either that they are naive, one, or they are misinformed or mischievous, whatever it is. Because their solution for Africa will never, ever work. Trust me.
Of course. They are leaving the primary and they're going to secondary straight.
Wait now.
You have to keep the primary course
because
solve the primary problem before you go to secondary.
Because I know that our PM understands this very well, very, very well. And cannot understand it 100%, just like our PM. And that is why he used the word dangerous diversity. Now, my family's are in the Netherlands, yeah? You see, when I was there, I lived in Netherlands many years. There's a Netherlands guy who I was discussing with. Elderly man. He probably late now because he was very old then. He said that they were in one country with Belgium. Belgium is just a neighboring this thing to them, you know. Netherlands is about maybe 6-7 million, maybe even less than that in population. He said that they were one country with Belgium, but that somehow, he said that, look, that just like in family or in any nation, that there will be quarrel or misunderstanding or disagreement, whatever it is. But listen, wait. Let me finish. But that is different from what they had with Belgium, because he said that they are culturally, psychologically, the mind frame, the mindset, everything was different. And there was always misunderstanding. They weren't moving forward. It was always more like 1 step forward, 3 steps backward. Then they came to the realization that it would be better, more, proficient and profitable for them to go their separate ways, have their independence as a nation, so that you manage yourself based on how you deem fit. And that is how many other of these European countries split up. And look at Europe today, the most civilized, I think I can use that word, the most civilized continent in the whole world, because they know how to shape up stuff to work better for everybody. So both Mulumba and the other one, they are being naive or mischievous or whatever it is, because their solution will never work. What you say one Africa with Sahel people who want, okay, or you want so that we all will become Islamic or we all will become Christian. Is that possible? That is only made for chaos. It is chaos after chaos after chaos. So I'm listening to you, Mary.
Thank you, my brother. That is the truth. Because here, we are in Netherlands here. Netherlands, België.
Where you live? Where in Netherlands you live?
I live in the south side.
Okay, my family side. I live in Eindhoven. Yeah. You know Eindhoven?
Yeah, Netherlands is big, no.
You don't know Eindhoven?
I live in Zeeland.
That is not Brabant, not Brabant.
Brabant. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know Brabant, it's different places, no? So, in Netherlands and België and Deutschland and Poland and you go to Friesland, this land, they are different. They are just 30 minutes. Some 45 minutes. Like Belgium is from just only 30 minutes. They are not one. We understand each other. In Deutschland, then Germany, we understand each other. Poland, we understand each other. But why we are not one? It's different country.
They were one. They were one before.
They are one before. Yes, I'm not saying it because they are one before. Why now they are not still one? Why Africa? Why Africa? You ask them, they should answer those questions because they are in everywhere. Britain, where is honor of your life? There was before one, but they are different country now in the whole world. So you see, these people, why they are doing this to us? Because we are feeding them. Because of oil, gas, every material thing staying in the ground where God give it to you. Why they separate themselves? Because they will have share from Africa. All of them have share, a place where they can rule to collect their mineral resources to build pumper and makes you not to remember who you are. That is the thing. So, but I'm so happy that the Kondo said is ending. Arab plan, Arab, Muslim plan. Oh, Queen Elizabeth is not a Christian. Don't let them lie to you.
Of course, they have claimed him already. They are claiming him already now. They claim her already.
He's not a Christian. These people dying because they are Christian Muslim. That is what they plan to you guys. Empire of Britain.
She don't have a passport to travel the whole world. She go the whole world without no passport, no visa, nothing.
My darling, these people, this Britain is not a Christian. Their cover is Christian Muslim. The same thing that Nigerian Christian is doing. They never be a Christian. They are empire of, Arab. By forfeit all the Africans to be. That is why they don't want European to be with them. So that they can control you and milk you and turn you to be slave as they mean to say you must be. Thank you,
wow, we have really hit it 3 hours plus. I need to round it up now. 3 hours plus. So let's begin to round it up. Who is going first?
Yeah, Mazitus, let me just give my own last speech.
Okay.
So I came to realize the fact that I think Professor Lumumba, his argument or he's looking at it from the angle that if Africa come together, then they will have big economy, they will have big market, they will have enough strength and power, economically or otherwise, to be able to confront either China, America, Europe. But what he failed to understand is that you cannot come together when you don't even agree. So how do you come together as African with Sahel region or with Western Africans or Eastern when you have your differences? So you have to sort yourself on the inside first, because before you can come out on the outside, because charity, they say, begins at home. Everywhere is scattered inside. So how can you come outside and present a united front? So Molumba, because I've heard him say it about China dealing with Niger or one country, that the strength doesn't equivocate, that there is like 4 against 1, stuff like that. But that's not how life works. That is not based on reality, because you cannot bring, okay, take for example, Sahel and Biafra. When first of all, they are trying to make us become Islamic. So what should I just lay down and roll over and let them Islamize me and impose Sharia on me? It doesn't work. So this is just blind argument. Thank you, my brother. God bless. And we'll see another day.
Thank you so much. They have failed to address the primary issue and they're going to secondary. It won't work. We have to settle our primary issue before we go to secondary. Please give us your closing remark, please, before our beloved sister.
Thank you, my brother. Is that all I have to say is that we Biafrans on the 2nd of December, we are going to declare our nation. And I'm very happy for that, I am somebody who believes that this is how it's going to work and this is how it shall come to pass. That Biafra will be restored on 2nd of December. And I'm very happy. In fact, since I heard that Biafra is coming, my brother, in fact, I am the most happiest person on this planet. Why am I happy? Because I am alive to witness this history. That peace, was alive to witness the coming of Biafra, 2nd of December. My brother, in fact, I'm very happy. So, my Biafran people, I want to tell you, on 2nd of December, Biafra have been declared 100%. And which I am aware of it, and which I have voted with all my heart, with all my love, because I have a good passion for my people to be free. So kudos to our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and kudos to our Supreme Leader, Simon Ekpa, and the all Biafran warriors. May God bless you for this lovely new nation on 2nd of December, and we are going to march down there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you also. Keep on doing your own part as you are doing. Keep on preaching the message. We are home already. Go ahead, my beloved sister, Mary.
Thank you, Brother Juice. Thank you very, very much. Biafra, thank you. We are so happy. This time we are not in the time of, what I want to say for my brother, whether now Bomba be them, they are agent of Fulani, agent of slavery, agent of poverty. They don't want the poor one to stand up. For me, all those people who don't pass like 60, 70 years, till now you don't even have say. You still AD that Nigerian, Africa, you cannot even open mouth say enough is enough. For me, you're nothing. You guys said the only that young man way from Burkina Faso, that is the person I know. As African, the rest, nothing. And my prime minister, the government in Elza, Biafrans, and my leader, will make all of them wake up from where they sleeping. Because any Africa, any nation, both European, why they get sense now, know that empire of Britain, Arab, is want to forfeit to one power of worship, you like it or not. But they are highly. And it's our leader. Blow that smoke inside the hole. Now all of them spread out from the world. And Biafra become a king of the whole world nation. That is Biafra. My brother, fun, like, love yourself. Oh. When you love yourself, you will love Biafrans. When you love yourself, know what Itiade Kondo, our leader, Masinam Kanu, is doing, is there. Abado to protect you. You must love it, and you must like it, and you must secure it, and you must fund it, because 2 December is must. And after then, it doesn't matter how long he will take us to build the nation in our own taste. Biafra nation. It doesn't matter, it no concern anybody. That one, leave it for Biafra. We accept it. Thank you, Tiade Kondo. Thank you, our leader. Abasene Kidiong Mufo. Brother David, Abasene Kudiong. All of us. May God Almighty bless all of us. We move, my darling.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beloved sister, and all the Biafrans that have joined us on this program. I appreciate everyone that have participated, everyone that joined us, wherever you join from. Before we conclude this message, hear this from our Prime Minister. Go home with this message and keep it in your heart.
Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is a fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. I will be here. Biafra freedom will come from diaspora. I promised them for many years, since 2021, that I will bring the Biafra freedom from diaspora. I want you to look around yourself. Is it not coming from diaspora? They thought they have locked everywhere. If you go to Nigeria, they kill you. If you do, they will challenge you. Come to Nigeria, so we'll take you serious. Come to Nigeria. Because I will not come to Nigeria. If you want to die, go and put yourself on war. I will not come to Nigeria. I will be here to fight for my people, and I will be here and free my people from Nigeria. When Queen Elizabeth was controlling you in Nigeria and doing amalgamation, was she there? Was she there? Queen Elizabeth, the same Lord Lugard, was she there? I will do like her. I will be here and free Biafra, and then I will come to unify Biafra people after Biafra has been recognized. I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is a fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching this very program. Thank you for your support. Thank you, everyone that has participated on this program today, wherever you are. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us that have participated in this program in one way or the other. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect us, continue to secure us, continue to keep us strong until we meet again on this very platform tomorrow by the special grace of God. Please make sure you are part of the fundraising today. It's going to start 8 p.m. Biafran time. Be there and make your own contribution. Very important, because the sponsorship of the Biafran restoration is under the Biafran people. There is no organization or government sponsoring the restoration of Biafra except you and I. We are the ones that take it upon ourselves, and we are doing very well. The success that we achieved today is because of what the Biafran people are doing. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless every Biafran wherever you are. Bless us abundantly. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the Liberation Army, the resistance fighters, the strike force, the Black Marine, everyone that is fighting this war on the ground for us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the federal government, the homeland. Guide and protect every Biafran honorable member. Guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give him more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, secure him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. We pray for Master Nnamdi Kanu for divine protection. Pray for Master Nnamdi Kanu for divine healing. Pray for Master Nnamdi Kanu for divine strength, for divine health. Pray for Master Nnamdi Kanu for his freedom. He's going to join us very soon, and we will come together and rejoice again, and we will celebrate him in his lifetime as a hero. Thank you so much for joining this platform. No evil formed against us shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Master shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining on this program. I appreciate you and I thank you. Stay blessed, and I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Biafra. If you have time, you can join us on Biafra Exodus Heart of TV later in the day. In some hours' time, we're going to come back. Thank you. Stay blessed, and see you again next time.